Happy Sunday, everyone! Oh, Sunday already. Where has the week gone? Where has the week gone? Not the scene I wanted, but I guess that'll do for the moment. How are you all? How is everyone? In fact, it'll give me a minute to prep this ugly mug for camera. Diesel coming in with the 50-month tier 3 resub. I approve. Over 4 years on this bullshit. I mean, you're not wrong. It's been a stretch, my dude. Also, Rayvon, hello. How are you? Dapper as always. Good. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. Oh, all right. Let's head over to our usual screen. I think it's all set up at least. We'll see. We'll see. Ha ha! And we're in. Hello. And cheers. Oh, wet the whistle a bit. Because I have a sneaky suspicion today is going to be one of those sessions where I'm going to be made a fool of. But I'm on board with it. All right, let's bring the crew in. Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
Hello.
Pretty good, I think.
That was a bit croaky, Joe.
Was it?
It was.
Is that better?
Sort of. Sure. Sure, why not?
It's loads better, Jump.
I've got a song stuck in my head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Which
Have you
song?
checked your butthole? Is that the song?
Is that? Oh, of
Have you not
course,
heard-
that
have you
has
not
to
heard
be
that
a real
song?
song at some.
Oh,
At
we
some
will
point.
educate you. We will educate you
Yep.
later.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, go on. You were saying?
Oh, I got a song stuck in my head. You know that song that starts out with "The best things in life are free, but you can give it to the." It's in my head. I don't know.
No, I don't know that
No,
one.
no. I think you should give us a few more bars just so we, remember.
No,
No,
No.
No.
that's what I want. That's what I want. No.
No, I think a few more. Give a bit of feeling behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of tickling my
Yeah.
pickle, but I need more.
Is it? It starts out. It says, "The best things in life are free."
I mean, I know what song you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I
what
still,
is that
want
song?
you to keep fucking knocking it out.
No, so I just started drinking. Come back to me later.
All right.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Is it called Money? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Very possible.
You tell us, Jum. You're the one belting it out.
I don't know. It just like hit me while I was in the bathroom.
I mean, that's totally the song you're talking about.
It's gonna
Sorry.
be one of those days.
It is. I apologize. Do continue. You're supposed to be D&D.
I mean, I'm good. I'm as per the norm. You just provided content, so carry on. All right,
No,
but
no,
we,
I'm good. I'm good.
we are here for a reason tonight. So, that reason would be episode 14. Episode 14 of Pariahs.
Okay, you said it earlier on as well.
I know. I was trying to look at my. I'm like, shit. Where's my stream details gone? What episode are we on? So yeah, episode 14 of Pariahs. Anyone wish to take the reins on what happened last week?
No, they don't. So,
I love you, Lucius.
I'll do it, I guess.
Cheers, mate.
So it started out with the fallout of the end of the week before, with the the zone of truth, and Teresa about to rip yon magic man's face off, but Cypher stopped her. And he was like, no, bigger girl. And she was like, okay, fine, but I'm going to do it in a huff. She went and stood in the corner to calm myself down. And then we questioned, well, actually, no. First we threatened the man because he thought, I'm not doing anything. I was like, okay, yeah, you are. And he was like, fine, I'll try and kill myself with my fucking cyanide pill like a James Bond fucking villain. And Garrett was like, no. Just gonna pull out your tooth with a pair of pliers. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, get your tooth out.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we stopped him from killing himself, questioned him, we learned a few things out. But he was under the illusion if he told us stuff, then we'll let it go. And no, Teresa was absolutely correct. He wasn't to live this day. So Cypher consumed his shadow, and then after that we searched around, see what else we could pilfer, rob and steal. We found a new orb, another shiny anti-magic orb, and a bed sheet full of goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically a bed sheet, right?
All the goodies were gathered into a bed sheet.
Courtesy of Jed.
Yeah. Subtle like a brick.
Yeah.
Bull
Human
in a
excavator.
china shop.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so with the schism in the group, we departed. Yeah. Some of us keep him a little more distance from fucking Jed, who's carrying the anti-magic orb, and on the way back, we bumped into Nightmare Fuel. A giant cockroach with blades grafted on its arms.
Yeah. Which I'm going to just quickly give a little nod to Garrett here, because after the session, he brought an idea to the table that I hadn't thought of, and it was amazing.
I mean, that's on brand for Lee.
It is. It is. So yes, the savages are basically giant insects that are typically let loose in the sewers to clear out various life forms and organisms that live down there. But again, the fact that one so large was in your vicinity, in the Polar District, very rare. Do continue.
Yeah. So we in the process of murdering the giant fucking cockroach. We had visitors in the form of the wardens. And we were like, stop the magic, and we played very nicey, and we fucked off. Teresa did a really good job of fucking hiding the loot, and she was like, this is ours, I'm out. We're not doing anything shady. And before they could notice the magical scorch marks and cuts on the fucking beastie, we were out. Not before Garrett got a shiny gold coin from them.
Yeah, that would have been.
That's...
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's where we got the gold coin. I knew we got one, but I'd forgotten where we got one.
Yeah.
Garrett's sitting there like, we?
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
But that could have gone real bad though if they had found us in possession of an anti-magic orb on top of casting magic.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
beat a vampire?
Yeah.
It's just a bad situation all around. So Red's just like, I'm part of the problem here. I'll take the problem loot, and all the problems will just go away.
I mean,
And they did initially.
yeah.
For now.
For now. The DM plots.
Of course
But yeah,
it is.
with the
Nothing's
with
by
the loot.
mistake.
No, nothing's by mistake. Everything has a purpose, or at least that's what I lead you to believe, anyway. So with the loot absconded with and everyone departing, what then?
I do believe we headed back to the Folly, right?
Y'all,
Where we celebrated. Well,
sort of.
yeah, sort of celebrated.
A somber celebration
Yeah,
because everyone hated each other.
yeah. So yeah, but we did hand over the keys to the thank table to the boss man, and we got the keys to the Folly. Hey, our house now.
Yeah, very
And
own
then-
home.
Yeah, and then the schism came to a head with Teresa and Vanya, who had words, and Cypher, his infinite wisdom, decided to squash it by sharing a little bit of something about himself. And they all promised in time that way that they, when they so choose to, would share their history about themselves. So none of this will ever happen again. Isn't that right, Vanya?
I trust every single one of you. I will never use Zone of Truth again. I love every single one of you.
And Vanya actually said the words, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did. And gave Reza the best gift of all.
Got friendship.
What? I don't
No,
remember that part.
You
I'll
don't.
give you a tankard full of scorched human remains.
Do you not remember that?
No, but I feel like her reaction would have been like, where's the blood?
So you
We
basically
were
got a
just so.
tank
yeah.
full of ash.
There might have been some teeth and some bones in there as
Finger
well.
Yeah.
bone, yeah.
It
Oh.
was a peace offering, and you took it.
Apparently made not at all of an impression.
No.
That's because
Yeah,
you're too
I'm
busy
sad.
going off to smash Falco.
That is true. And his world, if I remember rightly, you rocked his world
I forgot about that too.
Twice.
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 Yes,
Yeah.
Falco's got stamina.
but yes, indeed, Falco. He has got stamina, hence the Constitution saving throw for him.
Now a pelvis made out of gravel.
Old gravel lips.
Oh my god, fucking hell, Lee. So, with that, I think then you all ended up taking a long rest,
Mm.
which would be roughly 3 days worth of downtime. And if I remember rightly, I set everyone a bit of homework as well.
And everybody did their homework. Except
Everyone
for
did.
me.
That's on point.
It is on point. Yep.
All right, I'm not going to ask Vanya to go first because I am not ready mentally.
What he means is he's not sober.
Wait, are you drinking tonight? You need
Yeah,
to be drinking
absolutely.
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, I need a little bit longer before we do Vanya's downtime activities. And I know I'm going to regret it. So, it's not plain favoritism. This is just purely out of the fact that I'm not ready. So with that then, let us bring us to, at least for now, a background of the Baron's Folly, so we've got something to look at. who would like to go first in bringing their... Go on. Oh, all right. So, we will first pan ourselves over to Garrett. Garrett, what have you been doing in the 3 days or so of downtime?
Well, to start with, I've been moving myself into Asmund's room.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
You know, fast you last, get fucked.
You went off to Falco's room. I moved into Asmund's room.
Okay.
Did you also fuck him twice?
No, what I did do though is throw the mattress out and burn it.
Oh, you're a
That's
smart man.
fair.
And I spent my time setting up my forgery kit in the desk in Asmund's room. Because I'm going to be putting it about that I can do some forgery work on the sly to make money.
Okay.
And I've been learning the ins and outs of running a business in Novostoya. This isn't the first time I've dealt with books and businesses and running things. But I just want to learn the little foibles of working in Novostoya and not falling foul of the powers that be, as it were. And I've been talking to Falco, trying to expand the guard roster of the Folly, because we're a bit undermanned at the moment.
All right. With that, then, you know what? Let's jump in for a little bit and sort of expand on this scene. So, was it what I would say the day after, or 2 days? How long would you say?
Probably the day after. What
day
a
after.
start things moving as quickly as.
All right. So, with it being the day after you guys made it back from your little outing, Garrett, you find yourself early morning in the Folly. Sat at the table, Francis has served up the usual selection of questionable meats. You're the only one in there, apart from Francis, and just behind you, you hear the door from the upper stairwell open, and Falco, walking slightly bow-legged, steps in, a hand over his crotch, and he looks over the room, glances around, and sees you, Garrett, at the counter. Morning. Do you fucking sleep?
I rest when I need to.
Oh shit. Oh god. Francis, I'll have a... just get me a tankard of water, and... Have we got anything cold in the cellar that I can... Peas? Maybe? Just hear Francis mum pokes his head out of the kitchen. You know what I mean? No, give me a minute, I'll get you some peas. And you just see Francis just point towards Falco, start chuckling to himself with a knowing grin, and then make his way back into the kitchen. Falco wanders over to the bar, takes one of the stools, and sits next to you, Garrett.
I think the problem is from putting it in something quite cold, isn't it?
Don't. Just don't. Fuck it. Is there not anything else like you could, bring... You don't have any questions, new owners and all that? Instead of worrying about the antics that I get up to late at night with a certain beautiful... Anyway, hey, fuck.
But I am worried about you, Falco. You're our number one guy.
All right, you're trying to butter me up now, aren't you? It's working.
Now, the whole guard situation. We seem to be a little bit down in the manpower.
You can say that twice. Fucking hell, we've got, well, you, Cypher. I mean, I'm not sure Cypher. Yeah, I mean, he's a useful lad. Reza, Vanya, when she's not out fucking corralling whatever bombs she can for her fucking word of the day. Then we've got Jade, myself, and then Kruger. Aye, we are certainly thin on the ground, aren't we?
Yeah. We can't guarantee we're going to be around all the time because we still have a deal with Asmund that we have to do tasks every now and again, and our lives are never quiet.
You can certainly say that again. In fact, it used to be quiet. Used to be. Just, I had to throw out the odd bomb from the tavern, and then you lot turned up. No offence, of course, but things have certainly livened, that's a good way of putting it, livened up a bit since you, I think you were the first, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been here a while. Me and Sai.
Alright, so manpower. Any ideas?
I don't know. We need to keep our ears to the ground, see if any competent people come in. I don't want to employ just bums off the street. I want someone that's got a bit of nous about them.
Fucking hell. You're looking for that in Nova Stoya? Yeah, alright. I mean, I'm not entirely certain. Well, I'll have a listen. Do some digging. There might be a few contacts that Asmund has that he may point in our direction, but then at the same time, he's probably going to use them for himself to start kitting out the thanked table with his goons. So, this sucks. This fucking shite.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to find anything north of the Cornelian Gate. We're going to have to look round Market Road, maybe the traders' caravans pass us through.
Alright, well look, I'm gonna grab breakfast and go back to my chamber. Don't mind any sort of additional noise, hey?
My hearing's got really bad these days. I mean, I don't hear anything.
Falco just grins, and it's at that moment where Francis returns with a plate of breakfast, drops it on the counter in front of Falco, and just, sausage. I'm going to some French sausages today. But that sausage, Falco, that sausage, that one's for eating. Yeah. Francis just turns around, cackling to himself as he goes back in the kitchen, and Falco just arches a brow. Did that dirty old bastard just say what I think he said? You know what? I don't want to fuck. Alright, I'm out. Go on. Go on, Gary.
He 100% said what you think he said.
You just, as Falco stands up, he's like, yo, Francis, go fuck you. Alright. Hey, if you need anything, I'll be around at about midday, so... And with a nod of the head, Falco turns to depart. As Falco begins to make his way over the cobbles of the Baron's Folly and gets towards the door to head to the stairwell, heading to the first floor, there's a loud knock on the door. Falco stood there with his plate of various meats and breakfast items in hand, turns around, looks towards you, Garrett.
Don't worry, Falco, I'll get it.
Offers a shit-eating grin and just darts through the door.
I wouldn't want to deprive you of your rest, after all.
Aye, rest, of course. Good luck. And with that, you are back to the empty folly with just yourself. The sound of Francis banging pots and pans in the kitchen.
Garrett stalks over to the door, and as he unlocks it, he has one hand behind the door, ready to manifest a dagger should he need to, and slowly opens the door.
As the door is slid open, you sort of peer around the corner, and stood there is a robed woman with her back to the door.
I'm afraid the establishment isn't open until later.
My. Do I blend into a crowd that easily, Garrett? And with that, the nurse turns around.
I was more trying to keep your cover for the wider population.
Thoughtful. Are you going to allow a damsel in distress to stay outside, or are you going to invite her in?
The last thing I describe you as is a damsel in distress.
Oh, my pride is wounded. But thank you.
I know it would take more than that to wound you.
The nurse just smirks as she lowers her hood down. The tousled, dirty, blonde, greyish hair falls around her shoulders as she casts a glance towards Garrett. It's at this point you would see that her eyes have got a odd tinge, or at least the irises have got a weird purplish tinge to them, and she just offers a nod as she steps into the folly.
I close and relock the door.
Well, this is quite the shithole you've come into possession of.
It's not much, but we call it home.
Quaint. Now, I am here, as rare as it may be, at the behests of a mutual friend of ours. You know of whom I speak.
Now, I would say it would be one of three, and I would probably say it's my former mum.
Ah, good. You do have brains after all, and the ability to deduce. Yes, the chirurgeon herself has sent me. She requires your presence at her clinic.
Has many people been injured or something?
No, but let us just say that, what were her words to me? Something has come into my possession that I believe Garrett would be interested in. Yes. Those were her words.
In that case, we must make good time to her.
Oh, nonsense. I am here as a guest. Are you not going to at least offer this young, beautiful dame a drink?
I don't think so. There's people here not equipped to deal with your sort of plans this morning. And the surgeon has asked for my presence. She doesn't ask for things in the by and by. She wants things straight off.
The nurse steps up towards Garrett, gets within roughly 6 inches and extends a finger towards his chest. And Garrett, you would notice that as the finger touches your chest, it seems to elongate and become slightly withered and bony as she plants it on your chest. And in a somewhat seductive manner, oh, Garrett, you're no fun.
I'm not.
No.
And my family has had dealings with your kind in the past. I know your plans are. But if you care to walk with me to the Trojan, that would be fabulous.
Well, in that case, then, the nurse spins on her heel and offers an arm towards Garrett for him to loop in. I would be more than happy to be escorted down the streets of such a dangerous city of Novostoya.
And Garrett takes her arm with no fear whatsoever. And just as he turns leave, he's like, Francis, I'm off to Market Row. I'll be back shortly.
Francis just pokes his head out of the kitchen. At this point, the nurse has put her hood back up and just sees Garrett arm in arm with this robed woman. And from behind the door, you just see this hand reach out with a single sausage, and he waves it in your direction. Yeah. You want me? Go on.
Garrett just flicks a soy knife over his shoulder and it cuts the sausage in half.
Francis, he can't see the blade. He just immediately sees he's got this wiggling this sausage around the door. It just goes, cuts through, and the side just. I'm having a wing sausage. Have fun. And as he's mumbling to himself, both of you
Don't forget to
depart.
look up, Francis.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have been locked up nice and tight like Jen's fucking arsehole, yeah. With that, you step outside into the cobbles and the streets of Novostoya. Behind you, you hear the telltale sounds of several heavy locks being turned and the bar being slid across the door.
Out of character, did Francis just call me an asshole?
No. He said something
Okay,
else.
all right.
He'd lock the place up as tight as your asshole.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Oh. I was hoping to sort of mumble that enough so no one understood, but shit. All right, Garrett. Over to you.
Well, best foot forward, I suppose. Don't want to keep a lady waiting.
It's a shame you don't speak to me like that, but of course, let us be away. Make your way through lower streets and eventually into Market Row, to the point where you're now outside the Pious Pauper. And as you get close to the door, the nurse stops probably about a foot away from the doorway. Even though it's relatively early morning, there is still a little bit of a queue. The vast majority of them being beggars and drunkards from the night before, just laid out in front of the clinic, wishing for any hangover cures or someone to tend or mend their bumps and scrapes. But again, with the nurse being a foot away from Pious Pauper, she looks towards Garrett, offers a single nod. This is where I depart.
Thank you for delivering the message and go safely back.
You could always take me back if you want. Strong man such as yourself. Well, these streets are far, far too dangerous for. She doesn't even finish her sentence as she just grins towards Garrett.
For any that should stumble into your path.
Good day, Lord Garrett. And with that, the nurse departs down the street. And as you watch her leave, the first or second person that that comes between you and her from eyesight, she just seems to vanish, as if blending into the crowd. No sign whatsoever, leaving you outside the Pious Pauper.
So Garrett's just gonna step out of the door, knock on it twice, and shout, "It's Garrett."
Ah, good. Come.
And walk straight in.
As you step in, you're met with a scene of Lamorna Trembath, the chirurgeon, hunched over a somewhat aged man on her clinician's table. Towards the back of the room are 3 other gentlemen who seem to be somewhat, I would say, distraught or concerned at the very least. All of them pretty well built, as if they've lived the streets of Nostoya for many years. They know how to look after themselves. But Lamorna clicks her finger in your direction and points towards the man laid out in front of her. Garrett?
Oh yes, oh teacher.
For you. Come, tell me.
This man looks like he's seen better days.
Ah, yes, Master of the Obvious.
I, as powerful as your skills are, I think he's beyond help.
Congratulations, yes, he is. Now, and with that, Lamorna steps back. Show me, tell me what you have learned. Because this is, different, unusual.
I move forward to examine. Soft hands. Not a fighter. Some sort of trader, I should be. Merchant. Well-to-do. 3 gentlemen sitting over there. Definitely bodyguards.
Lamorna begins to nod.
Natural causes. I see no stab marks, magical burns. Some form of illness, probably related to older age and quite good living, I would think.
Yes. So, with those things that you have just bestowed upon me, and Lamorna leans close towards Garrett, consider this a gift to you. Think.
I believe we have some men here in need of employment.
Lamorna very rarely smiles, but there is a slight upturn at the corner of her lips as she offers a nod. I remember our brief discussion. And, well, normally I wouldn't call you out for, well, such things, but on this occasion, they have been to the clinic several times over the last year, and I know of them. They're trustworthy, or at least they were. And again, this man here. In fact, she tucks her hands into her robe, smiles at Garrett. Let us see if you come to the same conclusion as I. A dead merchant and 3 guards. What does that say?
He's obviously wealthy enough and successful enough to have access to the more affluent parts of the city.
Yes.
Maybe in possession of a past
Yes?
It would be very valuable to the right person.
Lamorna also leans in. The fact that his 3 guards brought him here says...
They're not responsible for his illness. They're very trustworthy to him, and there would be a benefit to anyone that could employ them.
Absolutely. It is rare for 3 miscreants to bring in their dead or dying master without, well, pilfering him dry, stealing whatever they could, and disappearing into the God knows where of Novostoya. So the fact that they brought him here... Well, look, I don't really care for their names. I haven't even asked, to be honest with you, but... And with that, Lamorna turns around, wipes her hands on her apron and turns to the 3 men. Sadly, there is nothing more, nothing further I can do for your master. He is, well, dead, as has been confirmed by my second here, and she motions towards Garrett. If there is nothing further, she turns to the body, I will preserve him. Yes, he should be preserved. Do you wish the corpse for burial, or perhaps I could arrange that for you in a private ceremony? One of the men, a somewhat large gentleman, greying hair, bit of a bushy beard, looks at his companions and then turns to Lamorna and begins to nod. Now it's we'll let you deal with the remains. It's damn shame that you passed, but fuck. Lamorna turns to the men. Very well. In that case, my second here will escort you into a smaller chamber to discuss further matters. And with that, Lamorna nods towards Garrett. And as she turns away, Garrett, you will be the only one who sees that there is an incredibly large grin that creeps up. Somewhat creepy grin on her face, as she has now been offered this body for preservation and burial.
It's a good thing she knows a good coroner. Okay then, gentlemen, if you'd like to come with me.
The 3 men nod and turn, following Garrett into a side room.
Now, my colleague here speaks very highly of you 3 men, and you seem to be out of work now.
Another man who's had his side of his head shaved off, and apart from a leather jacket over his torso, he's pretty much bare-chested, steps in. Hey, that's all right. Hey, we're lost since the old man's dead. Then there's nothing much we can really do. We've got no work, so hey, why have you? You got something?
I am part of a group that owns an inn.
Oh, a fucking free beer. Hey, go on then. Carry on. And as this man's talking, the larger tan gentleman behind him just raps him at the back of the head. Show a bit more respect when you're talking to people. Honestly. The slightly scrawny man just smirks and nods. Hey, my bad, go on, hang on.
It's been a while since I've last seen enthusiasm like that. There's no offense taken. But yes, we own an inn, and we're in need of security services for the inn. There may be call for trips out from time to time, but we're looking for some strong, reliable men that can fit in with the existing crew we have.
No, I can do that. That's fine. It's not a problem. And I dare say I'll speak for these lot as well. You know, we certainly need a bit of work. So, old man passed. God bless his soul. He left us with a bit of coin, but I don't think it'll last us too long. So, you know, especially with me and me, a bit of gambling. So, anyway, hey, sure, why not? I'm in. And with that, the somewhat lean-looking gent extends a hand towards Garrett.
And Garrett takes his hand. My name's Garrett.
George, good to meet you. That's Finn. And he points towards the slightly older man, who you notice is dressed in a chainmail garb. He's got a spear and a shield over his slung over his back, and the chainmail appears to be very similar to what some of the City Watch wear, but almost an older, antique design to it. The older man bows his head.
Your armor looks familiar. Back
Aye.
before, when I first came to Novice.
Before? Yeah. I see. I mean, you don't look a day over 40. But, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Hey, used to be, name's Finn. The man extends a hand towards him.
Garrett.
Garrett. Hey, used to be guard before the fall. Not anymore. But, hey, what can I say?
And the last companion.
Two bright amber eyes glare towards you as he looks you up and down. And last but not least, he then steps forward. Name's Errol. Good to meet you.
And you, a man of few words.
So, the priestess, she speaks. You're a second.
Yes, it's a form of affection. I trained under her for medical reasons for a time.
Good enough for me. Errol.
Garrett, pleased to meet you.
The large man just nods.
I'd like to buy you free breakfast if you are amenable.
Oh, free breakfast. I'd fucking take that. It's been a while since I've had a bit of a bite to eat since, you know, old man passed. So, hey, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. New employment, lots of beer, tavern. I get to rough a few people up. That sounds like a plan, eh?
You're going to love Francis.
And with that, the George, Errol, and Finn follow you out of the Pious Pauper.
Just give me 1 second just to speak to my colleague, and I'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
Hey.
And I duck back into the Pious Pauper.
You already see Lamorna just beginning to wrap a cloth over the body of this merchant, and she turns around and looks towards you. Yes?
Did you find any paperwork or anything on the body where you were examining?
Did I find any paperwork? That is already done and over on the counter. She motions over her shoulder to the small clinical or clerical desk. few documents, his ID, and a merchant pass into coin flow.
That would be very useful to me. I will cut you in.
Ah, no, no, no. Consider a favor owed, Garrett. You know the drill.
As
Money, coins, riches I care not for. Favors. Yes, favors. I dare say you owe me one now, yes?
Yes, I very much owe you one.
Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, in that case, I wish you a pleasant day.
And you too, my teacher.
The Chirurgeon just nods, raising a hand briefly in gesture of farewell.
Garrett takes the bundle and hides it in his jacket, and steps out the pice pauper, whistling slightly to himself with a big grin on. Come on then, gents. Breakfast awaits.
All right, and with that, for now, we will see back. Is there anything else you wish to further add?
No, I'm spot on.
All right, we'll introduce these guys to the rest of the crew a little later. Downtime, 3 days. Who else wishes to go next? In fact, before we do that, shall we call a very quick pee break?
Pay brick. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been an hour. Yeah, let's call a quick pee break, a quick BRB. And yes, there we go. All right, won't be a second. I have returned.
Same.
Welcome back. All right.
I'm back to.
Welcome back. All right. So, nicely done, Garrett. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I like the little spiel you brought to me on that one, and I hope that sort of panned out how you wanted it to.
100%.
Good. All right. Dear. Who wants to go next?
Cypher will go next.
Yeah. All right. I think is D's Callie and Jump there, or are they still AFK?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Cypher.
Well, while Garrett's out doing God knows what, Cypher has woke up before Jed and Vanya, and he's got a new toy to play with. So now he's going to wake up his friends with his new toy.
Oh no. We may have to wait for them to come back if they're not there. Hey, Smith, how you doing? Anders, not bad at all, man. How are you both? I
think we're just waiting on Vanya, right? Because
think so.
yeah, Therese is off boning Falco.
Yes, yeah.
Mark.
Welcome back. Yeah,
Had to go
Reza.
make a baby bottle.
That's fair. I believe Reza's in Falco's room. We'll say yes.
She's not back yet, so yes.
We'll say yes. All right, so Jed and Vanya and Cypher. Go for it, Cy.
So Cypher's sat in the middle of the room. There's in charcoal. There's little runes, like in an odd language, written in a circle, and in the middle of the circle is the severed, pickled hand of Mac that we've been preserving.
Oh God.
And with a few whispers, it starts moving. You hear all the fingers crack and crunch as the fingers go backwards and then forwards, and it stands up. And then, like a little spider, it does a creepy slow walk. Starts climbing up the bed onto Jed, climbs onto his belly, starts drumming out the tap on his belly. It's like, you know, when you roll your fingers. Yep.
Jed groggily, because he's hungover as Jed always is, groggily wakes up and feels this rhythm getting played out on his stomach. And kind of slowly lifts his head up and bleary-eyed kind of cracks his eyes open and sees his severed hand sitting on his stomach. And will immediately freak out, yell at Cypher, and fling it across the room. Backhanded across the room. Let's put it like that. Backhanded across the room. He's gonna sit up, look at Cypher, look at the hand. How's Cypher looking?
He's got this, you know, the juvenile, sort of smile on his face. I did a thing. He's very pleased with himself.
Jed will furrow his brow, grab a bottle, and yeet it at the hand. And then he'll roll over and try to go back to sleep.
It's just unnecessary. It's already dead.
Don't touch me with your things while I'm asleep.
Okay. He looks at the hand and it starts walking over to Vanya.
So having been impacted by this bottle, you know, the glass shatters, the hand's knocked back, but with it being a pickled hand, you know, an empty glass bottle wouldn't do much damage to it. So yeah, it just raise up like a spider on all fingers and thumb and begins to skitter across the fucking woodwork towards
So
Vanya.
fucking creepy.
Go on, Si.
So yeah, it's gonna climb in bed with Vanya and stop poking her in the face.
She, Vanya, who's, you know, laying on her side more towards the wall away from Cypher, is going to, you know, kind of like slap her nose, you know, slapping it away like something's like itching her, you know, but not quite wake up.
I like how I can hear you doing the action as well through the microphone.
I have to make it realistic.
Immersion. All right.
And she's gonna get off me and go back to sleep. Not opening her eyes.
And when the hand goes into, it looks like it's thinking. It makes a pause as if it's thinking. Shuffles forward and fucking slaps her.
She sits up,
It's like a wet slap, like a.
looks over to Jed,
Who
and
is back asleep already?
takes her pillow and just slaps the shit out of his head and say, "I'm trying to sleep over here."
What the fuck? So am I!
Well, stop. You hit me one more time, and I'm gonna shove
asleep!
something.
Fuck off!
This is your warning. I will shove something somewhere you don't want it. She pulls her pillow back, and then goes back on her side and goes back to sleep.
Jed tosses and turns in bed. You can see him tucking the blankets up under his body.
Cypher, amused with himself, retrieves his hand, tucks it under his shirt. He's like, nods to himself and wanders off. And he'll go downstairs, get some breakfast.
All right. As you make your way, Reza,
Yes.
just for curiosity's sake and to satiate a burning question,
He's not the only thing that's burning.
would Cypher hear anything on his? Because bear in mind at this point, Falco would have returned to the other room where you are with breakfast.
She would not be there anymore by the time he got back.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you managed to just
Typical.
make your way downstairs, Cypher, and at this point, there would only be Francis in the bar. As you step in, you see Francis with his feet on the counter, a piece of dried meat in hand, and a dusty bottle in the other, and he's just laid back, chilling. Looks over towards you. Morning.
Morning. You okay?
Yeah, you should have been quiet. You know, husband's not wanting a feast in the morning anymore, and Garrett's fucked off. So,
Are you up and about okay?
yeah. What do you want? You want help?
Yeah.
Well, alright, well, what do you want? With that,
Where you-
Francis
Where you go?
hoists himself off his stool and, I mean, dry meat. I got some
Big
sort
ol'
of bird.
Okay. You're still alive?
No, he's fucking dead. Or it might be a bat. No, I think it's a bat.
Okay.
Francis,
Is it good?
who gone? You just say, maybe a little bit. Steps to the kitchen and a few moments later emerges with this, what can only be described as a roast bat on a stick. And he points towards Cypher. First one was alright, but they can be a bit gamey. New menu.
I don't know what that means, and he starts crunching the wings of it.
Oh, can you do me a bit of a favour? Husband's
favour?
left. Yeah, husband's left us in a bit of a shit.
Okay.
Francis leans on the counter, staring at Cypher eating this bat to see whether or not it's, half decent. And he goes, "Well, you see, when husband had this grand idea of taking over the table, he's actually not really bought much produce for the kitchen, so I'm running out of stock." Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, food, drink, anything else?
No, that's about it. Food and drink will do. Yeah.
Okay. You know how to write? I'll do a list.
No. Do you?
No. Well,
Mark.
yeah, but nobody can read my handwriting.
Hmm. Maybe we get shares as well. Well, Van, you can Van, you're right.
Yeah, maybe.
That's just
Probably.
nods. Yeah, well, I guess. Well, if you just let them know that we need food and we need drink, because we've probably got about 3 days worth of food left, and then drink. I mean, we've got a bit of drink left. We might need a bit more from Longmont Brewery, you know. And, yeah, I think that'd be if we do that. And two others, so you'll be good, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be good.
He's just, all right, guys, go then. And nods. You good on the translation there?
Yeah. You've got
Okay.
about 3 days worth of food and a little bit more drink. But
Yeah.
We'll manage.
Yeah. So basically, Asmund didn't restock the folly because
Because he's a fucking shite bag, that's why.
he knew, he sort of believed in you all, and his point of view is why spend money on something that I may be getting one, a new swanky place myself. So yeah, so he may have left you in the lurch a little bit.
Okay. So I'll look down his tap and talk to the hand. Remember that, okay?
Just a single finger waves back towards you.
Cool. And he'll just continue crunching his bat.
All right. Anything further you wish to do on the downtime for today?
No, not for today.
Okay. All right, in that case, then, shall I pass it off to someone else?
Indeed.
All right. Who's next on the old 3-day downtime?
I can go.
All right. Fire away.
So, pick up where your question left off. Reza, as soon as she woke up, she was like, all right, it's time to get myself some new digs.
Okay.
So she's actually going to sneak off and scour the upstairs rooms at the Baron's Folly, and preferably like a smallish corner room with one window.
Yep.
That's like she can like make her own. So she's gonna like lay claim to that room.
Well, actually, what I might be able to do, if you give me a second, is I can bring up the Baron's Folly map of the upper floors. Does that help?
Ooh. Yes,
So-
it does.
Obviously, Asmund's room is the first one at the top of the stairs. So this is the one that Garrett's now taken over.
Wait, which one?
Oh, sorry, no, I'm lying to you. It's the one at the far end, the big one.
That's what I thought. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
looks like
yeah, no.
the swanky bed.
Yeah, no, it's
So I think she'd take the one across the hall actually, because I'm going
Okay.
for corner room.
yeah. There is only one window.
Perfect.
You could easily strip out the bunks and just basically say, "Nope, this is mine now."
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. So then this is gonna be like her little her little HGTV DIY moment
Right.
where she's gonna do this room up in kind of like her own like private space where like the softer side of Reza will
Yeah.
be on display. So she's also got a shopping list for Market Row.
Okay.
So first of all, she's gonna clean out all this stuff. She might save a few of the bunks and like break them up for some of the projects she wants to do.
All right.
It's gonna be a lot of crafting. Over the full downtime period, but
Sure.
I do have a shopping list for Market Row.
All right.
So that's the very first thing she wants to take care of.
In that case, then, let's fuck it. Let's explore it a bit. Why not? Let's head into Market Row. Or I would if I had that there. We're not with the old botanist anymore, so morning breaks. You have claimed your room. You've spent, a good hour, 2 hours or so just breaking down the bunk beds. They don't require much effort. The vast majority of the furniture in the rooms are dilapidated and crumbling anyway. There's a vast amount of woodworm, and the slightest bit of pressure just causes the bunks to just almost imploding on themselves.
Fantastic. So she's gonna stack up like the usual pieces of wood nicely in a corner, and then take all the scrap that she can't use with her to Market Row.
Okay. Just wandering the streets with this bundle of wood over your shoulder.
Yeah, first off is gonna be Dwen's.
The odd beggar like, you want to sell that wood? You got any nails? I'll buy it off you. I'll take it.
Bugger off.
Oh. Eventually, you step into the wooden spike, Dwen's store, and with it being early morning, she's only just opened up, and she's still just sat behind the counter, a steaming mug of some sort of herbal tea in hand as she looks over towards the door. Hello? Morning. I didn't expect you to be this. You brought Asmund's coin?
I thought Garrett had that for you. He hasn't stopped by yet.
No, you're the first one I've seen for quite a while.
We'll have to talk to Garrett then. He handles all the money. He's the man in charge now. He's got the big
Oh.
office.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? You just pawn it off on. Fucking hell. What do you want, love?
She grins at Dwen because that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Dwen knows. She smirks back and just nods. Motions to the other side of the counter where a stool is. Sit. Talk.
Right, so I've got this pile of junk here. Any of it useful to you?
I mean, it's all useful, depending on what you need.
Let's do a bit of a trade and I'll pay you for the rest. How about that?
How about you tell me what you want first, and then we'll talk. The last thing I want to do is turn around and say, yeah, sure, Dwen will do it all for you, and then you give me a fucking mammoth project that I can't deal with. Huh? Yeah. The Orcan woman just grins.
And Reza will grin back, and she'll be like, now, between you and me, it's high time I had my own fucking room at the Folly. None of this sharing with those bitches anymore. So, that's what I'm doing.
Why, has Asmund finally let you have your own place?
Oh, he's moved up in the world. Folly's ours now. That's why Gary's the man you need to talk to.
Oh! Well, congratulations are in order, I guess, and, All right. I will have a chat with Garrett when I see him next year.
Please do.
Freaking dropping you in here, Garrett.
What? What'd you say?
What was that, Garrett?
I said, that's fine.
So then Reza will be like, Now, I'm putting together my own space. I need locks and bars for the door. I need shutters for the window. I've got some spare wood that, is still useful to, kind of knock all this shit together. But there's some pieces I can't make, like the locks and all the hardware and everything that goes with that. So, what have you got?
Dwayne extends a hand to take one of the wooden slats from Reza. And as she grabs hold of it, it just crumbles in her hand, and she raises a brow. Well, this shit you've brought me is, oof. 25 silver and whatever useful bits I'll take as compensation, and I'll do it all. How's that sound?
Sounds like you have a deal.
The orc woman extends a hand towards Reza for a handshake.
She reaches over and grasps her hand tightly. Firm handshake.
Get me a list, exactly. I'm not going to remember, nor do I really care about what you've just said, but get me a list and dimensions of what you're doing, and or I'll just, you know what, I'll just come over and do it myself.
Reza holds her hand up, pulls a piece of paper out of her pouch, slaps it on the counter. See here? Okay, I need this bars and these dimensions here. And then I want to do 4 locks on the side and then 1 on the top and bottom, like the kind that go like into the floor and the ceiling, so it's harder to kick it in. And then for the window, and she just goes on and goes walking down this list of, and like one's like, what the fuck?
With this almost, expression you've not seen from Dwen before, half impressed, half scared, she just nods. All right. That's fine. We can do that. I'm sure I can get hold of. Yes, there's a disused house in the Polter district that's got iron fence. I'm sure I can swing by there at night and just cut it down for the bars. No one will notice.
I don't need to know how you're getting it. The less I know, the better. I have faith in you, Dwayne.
Well, the wooden spike will be more than happy to serve. Just one last little. If you could just send Jed over at some point. I've not seen him recently.
I will be sure to tell him that he has been neglecting his duties.
Yes, he really has. Really has. He'll not get any better if he doesn't practice.
Oh, does he need a lot of practice?
Oh, God, yes. So much practice.
I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. But, he's in good hands. You're a very capable woman.
Yes, of course. All right, well, leave this with me for a few days, and I'll at least begin to get the materials, and we'll see what we can do.
Lovely. Thank you, Dwayne.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome. Blah, 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 blah. She just grins and waves Reza off.
So this is the first time Reza will have had, like, quote unquote, her own room all to herself. So she's like practically skipping around the market. She's like excited about this shit.
Getting the odd stare, no one's this.
Yeah.
Not many people are this happy, especially in Market Row early in the morning. Some people are just sat there with pipes in hand. Like a group of old men just see you skip past. Like, hey, fucking who's there to be happy about? Fucking you, honestly, pookie beer piss.
She throws a silver coin at them because she's just in a good mood.
One of the older men just picks it up, bites it with his last remaining tooth, and then raises a hand in thanks.
So then she wants to find like cleanish linens. But everything's going to be second or third or fifth hand here, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So she wants to find some curtains and some like cleanish linens and a rug for the floor. And that's the rest of the shopping list.
Think like that. Let's say all of those combined would probably come into about 8 silver. The nicest rug you'd be able to find still pretty moth eaten. Fleas. There's a few, not as many as some, but it's still there's still the odd flea in there. But
yeah, everything, all the linen she buys, she's gonna kick Francis out of the kitchen and just like boil them to death to get rid of all that shit. This is important, Francis. This is important.
All right. So yeah, absolutely. That would certainly take up the day of shopping and boiling out whatever parasites lived in this 3rd, 4th, 5th-handed curtains, rugs, and garments that you've bought.
Yes.
Oh, what a sunny disposition this place has got. I love it.
And then I have the other thing that Reza needs to do. I think this is like after the 3 days of downtime, because she's spending time like helping get whatever they need to do around the place and like getting her room set up and picking the shit up from Gwen's. But I think after the 3 days downtime, she needs to see about getting a snack. So I don't know when you want to do that. We can kind of come back to that and do something else right now.
Depends. Is it something that the rest of the party could get involved with?
Yeah.
In that case, then yeah, we'll come back to it towards the end. Maybe the last day of downtime.
Alrighty.
All right. That leaves Jed and Vanya.
Jed, do you want me to go? Is it time?
Go for it.
All right. So, Vanya, are you ready, Solution?
I believe I am.
All right, sweet. Okay. So, Vanya is going to grumbly pop up from her bed after being slapped by Jed, or so she believes, because she can't go back to sleep now. And she is not committed to having her own space. She's, not even thinking about that. So she's gonna pop up from the shared room, I guess apparently now with Jed and Cypher.
Nice. It's how it's been from when you got him.
So she's just like, well, thanks, Jed. I'm now up. I might as well make the use of this glorious day, because sleeping gets you nowhere. So go ahead and sleep your life away, Jed.
Go away.
Sleep your life away.
Jed pulls a pillow over his head. You just hear a muffled, "Fuck off!"
I didn't hear that because success is calling me today. Success for this tavern. When opportunity doesn't knock, Jed, guess what you do?
Jed pulls the pillow tighter over his head.
You build a door, Jed. You build a door.
Jed pulls the pillow away from his face. There's a fucking door right there. Goddamn, use it and leave me alone.
But there's no one knocking, Jed. There's no one knocking. But I'm gonna find that opportunity today. So you sleep your day away. And she exits the room. She's going to leave the tavern, and she's going to head out because her goal today is to find individuals to audition for entertainment for the tavern. And her first place that she's going to go to is the Flake. Is it Solution? Is it the Flake
Yes.
Bird Bazaar, or is it just the Flake?
It's so Flake is the owner of the Bird Bazaar. So
you're right. Okay.
So I will throw up very quickly in Market Row. Flake. There we go. Flake is a somewhat eccentric gnome, and as you're making your way through Market Row, in fact, looks like I'm bringing the Market Row scene back in. Bear with me. All right, we'll throw this up for now. So, as you begin to make your way down Market Row, you turn a corner down one of the side streets where you hear this cacophony of screeching and squawking. And here is where the bird bazaar of Market Row is. And there's various species of winged critters, from the small bats in cages all the way up to in one of the cages what seems to be a baby rock, you know. As you get closer, the small gnome out the front who's alright, all your birds are here. Oh, you look like you could do with a bird, yeah? What do you want, huh? You want something with feathers and pretty, or no?
No. She puts her hand out and she says, I'm not looking for a bird per se. Maybe I am.
Hey, what about something like this? Hey, come. And he takes Vanya by the hand. No. Yes. Listen, look, this here has come to the bird bazaar. Whatever you want, I could get you, as long as it's a feathered or leathery. Hey, regardless, look, pheasant, huh? Beautiful feathers. Yes, you know you want it. It would look good on a leash for you to lead around town. Or even better, throw it in a pot. Tasty.
Does it entertain? Because I'm more looking for a majestic bird with skills. And maybe it isn't a bird.
You're like some sort of magician wanting a bird for your tricks, huh?
No, I want an entertainer, a life changer.
You've lost me. I mean, if you want a man who lures his birds, then there's what's his name? Marcellus. He's around. He's got a bird. He's funny.
Do you know where Marcellus is, where I can find him? Maybe.
Yeah. If you wait a few hours, then he's normally on a box outside. I employ him to get people into the bird bazaar because of his little tricks that he does.
Hey, I'm definitely gonna hit up Marcellus, but hold on, you've got like a crowd here. Give me 1 second. May I do my spiel?
Of course you can, but it costs you a silver. And the gnome extends a hand towards Vanya. Yeah, free. It's not free. It's not free.
Wait,
Can't
no,
pay. Silver coin. Yeah.
How about
Grease my palm with silver,
3
yeah?
copper? 3 copper.
No, the fuck, silver.
How about I give you a silver and I take a bird?
If you want a bird, then you pay for the damn bird. If you want to sort of hawk your wares, you pay me silver.
Fine, I will give you a silver for
Thank
my
you.
spiel.
You are such a good customer. Are you sure you don't want to buy a bird? I will give you a pheasant for 4 silver.
No, not unless.
No?
Does it talk? Does it talk?
Of course it does, yeah.
Show me.
It only talks when he wants to, when you're taking him home. You stroke his head and he talks.
I gotta do my spiel. I'll come back. When you get a talking bird and you can show me, we might have a deal.
Silver coin. Then you can talk.
All right, here.
Yeah, the gnome takes snatches the coin from Vanya's hand, bites it, licks it. Silver. Oh, you can talk now. And with that, he waddles back into the bird bazaar, where this cacophony of screeching begins to echo around the street as he just begins to kick several cages. Hey, shut up here! No. Why am I giving speech? You shut. Over to you, Vanya.
So Vanya opens her hands up. And she says, Harry!
Fuck off!
And points at the guy that says fuck off. And says, are you unhappy with the current state of your life?
Yeah.
And then points at another person and says, have you been a disappointment to those around you?
I think so. I might be, aye.
Then she points way off to the left. Do you feel you have more to offer?
This woman just looks around in the corner. You're talking to me? Huh? Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
She grabs this woman
Ah!
by the shoulders and looks her intently in the eyes and says, have you wanted to share your skills with the world?
No.
Remember! And she shakes her really hard.
No.
Success only comes to those who dare to attempt.
I'm leaving this to you. Go on.
She's speechless and she goes, I have the opportunity of a lifetime for you. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Come to the Baron's Folly to share your gift to the world, and you may get an offer of a compelling future.
All right. Yeah. Baron's Folly. Where's that? Where's that?
You just follow me. We've got more to round up,
Oh
and I will
my
take you
God.
there.
Why you gotta go everywhere like the Pied Piper?
Roll me a persuasion check, please, Vanya.
Oh no. Okay. Persuasion.
Fucking hell. All right. This crowd of, at the moment, I would say there's at least 15, 16, yeah, let's go for 16 people. Begin to, start nodding. A plethora more are like, oh, fuck you offer a rocker this one. But, yeah, you managed to garner a crowd of about 16.
All right, we've got one more destination. She speaks to her crowd.
Where is it? Where are we going?
It's the gates of the coin flow district. We need to get a variety of entertainers.
And with that, lead on.
She marches her group down to the gates of the coin flow district.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it was nice having a bard in the party.
So, with Vanya at the head of this 16-strong group, all somewhat frolicking, skipping, and being genuinely positive down the streets of Market Row, you eventually begin to break out to the large courtyard in front of the Carnelian Gate. And from in the distance, you see, just on the parapets of the gate above, one of the guards look out with a spyglass, see this group coming towards the gate, start calling down, barking orders. And before you know it, as you begin to get closer, roughly 30 to 40 Novostoyan wardens begin to form a shield wall in front of the gates.
She stops her group with hands stretched out, like her hands are facing backwards to kind of like to stop them from like moving forward. And she says, "Fear not! We are not here to storm the gates. We are here looking for life changers."
What in the actual fuck are you lot on about? Disperse immediately! You! And the guard captain steps out from the shield wall, points towards Vanya. Over here! Now!
She's gonna like turn to the crowd and says, "Act normal. Maybe like start small conversations. Disperse slightly, but don't go too far. Okay?"
Oh my god, Vanya.
She turns around and she goes towards the guard. See, they mean no harm. They're just entertainers.
As you're stepping closer,
Inspired to changing the world.
the guard captain draws his sword and points it towards you. Right, you,
Me.
with me. We're going to have a little chat.
I love to talk. Is something
I've
bothering you?
fucking noticed. Come on. Spades, Alan, let's go. Rest of you, maintain the watch for a moment. If any of them move, well, catch them. Gallows, if you can't catch them, just cut them where they stand. And with that, you just
He
hear
yells out,
Go on.
"Don't move!" And like half of them freeze in whatever position that they're doing.
It's just this awkward statue now of these various beggars and eccentrics of Market Road just paused. You know, all of the wardens look at each other with bewilderment as the guard captain ushers you into one of the processing rooms near the gate. As you step into this small stone chamber, he points to a stool opposite side of a wooden table. Sit!
On this hard thing right here.
Well, it's either that or the fucking floor. Take your pick.
Oh, you don't have anything more comfortable?
Oh, I'm sorry, Princess. Would you like me to get you a fucking cushion?
No. I can make this work. I can make anything work.
So, name?
Vanya.
Vanya. Miss Vanya, would you
Yeah,
care
remember
to
that
I certainly fucking will. Don't you mind me. But would you like to elaborate on why you have brought a group of people storming the Carnelian Gate?
Well, let me tell you. I mean, I have a dream, right? And
So do I.
And I
And
think-
it's like this conversation's over quickly.
What is your dream? Oh, well, that's okay. Well, let me tell you about my dream, okay? Because your dream is just really short. But I dream that you aim for the moon and all your dreams come true. And if we have the courage to pursue them, we will succeed. And that's what that is outside. That is dreams of becoming more.
Right. Now that is interesting, yeah? Lovely little dream. But doesn't answer my question. Why are you bringing a gang to storm the gates?
Oh,
If
I'm
you
not
don't answer
storming the
me
gates.
now and immediately, I'm clasping you in irons and marching you down to the gallows.
Wait, you're not seeing the vision here. Hold on. We're not storming the gates. They're gonna wait outside. What I am doing is I am trying to bring entertainers of the world to change perspectives, to influence the way that people perceive life, to a tavern, to entertain. I'm looking for entertainers is basically what I'm saying. I mean, I don't feel like you're getting what I'm saying.
So let me get this straight, right? You have brought people out looking for fucking entertainers to the district's gate.
Yeah, because I have seen what you guys have to offer, and you have top-notch entertainers.
Roll me a performance check.
Yeah, ready?
This better be good.
I hope it is too.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Damn.
All right. Here's what you're going to do.
Mm.
I haven't got time to deal. And at this point, the guard captain leans over the table, the cracking of his armor echoing in this stone chamber that you're held in, as he leans within, I would say, roughly 3 inches of your face, Vanya. I don't have the time nor the patience
She
to
goes,
deal.
hold your breath because it's a little smelly. But she's going to keep a smile, but it's awkward.
I don't have the time or the patience to deal with your bullshit. So,
It's not bullshit.
the time it would take me to hang all, 14, 15 of you? Huh? Get out of my face. Get your fucking group of zealots. Fuck off. If I see you here again, without a permit, without good reason, and he points towards the small slit in the stone chamber, gallows are waiting for you. Understood?
Understood completely. I will remove them from your vicinity, but
No buts!
do
Fuck off!
appreciate your grace.
And then it's
but
at that
have-
moment, he motions towards the 2 guards who loop their arms under Vanya's arms and just begin to drag her out of the room.
May your day be filled with sunshine. As she's being dragged off. And as she's being dragged out, she spots kind of an entertainer, like, close to the gates. And points at him.
There is a man who is stood off to the side watching all this commotion kick off in a purple, like a frilly purple suit and a small I would say like a small stringed instrument, like a not so much a violin or a banjo, but just it appears to be that of a minstrel sort, and he's at this point he's just watching. He looks to Vanya, catches eyes with her, and immediately turns away.
Vanya is gonna yell out as she's been being dragged out and very frantically yells it, but says, "Do you like fame? Do you like fortune? Do you like all eyes on you? And again, like I've asked many others, have you dreamed of more? Meet me at the Folly. Now, as soon as possible."
Oh God.
The man hesitates for a moment and then slowly nods and waves as Vanya's dragged out of the roughly 20-30 feet away from the gate and just dumped onto the cobbles. At this point, the shield wall parts and the guard begin to disperse back to their original stations.
Vanya's gonna brush kind of the dirt off of her because she likes to be clean. And she's going to turn to her group and say, "To the Folly!" And like raises her arm up with one finger and then just swoops it forward for them to follow her.
With this gaggle of would-be entertainers following Vanya, I mean, bear in mind, this is still early hours, so it would be mid-afternoon by the time you all returned to the Folly.
So
Go on.
I was gonna say, so she gets to the Folly. Are we there yet? Like where?
Yeah.
they get to the Folly?
There's no further issues. You eventually do make it to back to the Baron's Folly with this group in tow.
And so she's going to be outside the doors and she's going to talk to him. And she says, now listen, we can't have you all coming in at the same time. You know, it might be too much. We might have a few of you. You can have some drinks and stuff. But we're going to do this not all in one day. So if you do not, because there's a lot of you. There is a lot of you. But we are going to let you present your skill to us on a stage. So if you don't have the opportunity to do it today, there will be other opportunities later. So we just need you to come in, to cheer, to be positive, and to root for those who are on stage. Because let me tell you, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Right? So here's the deal. Come in, order yourself a drink. They're not free by any means. They are not free because we're running a business here, right? This is your opportunity to change the world, to come onto the stage, to make an impact every single day. All right. I need you guys to line up in alphabetical order.
You probably can't spell.
So,
Exactly.
So what I'm going to say is that this process takes several hours, right? Trying to get them all lined up.
Them getting into line?
Them getting into line, them being shuffled and hustled around. Vanya trying to corral this group of people, which then also introduces, people see this queue and they join the queue as well. Until eventually, as it gets to sort of early evening, about 6-7 p.m., normally when the vast majority of the regular drinkers start pouring into the Baron's Folly, they too arrive, see this queue, they join the queue, thinking it's a queue for the Folly. Which I would also say at this point, the rest of you have also, because you've got to be here for this. I'm sorry. Jed, you would be awake by now. The rest of you would also be in the Folly.
Oh, you're gonna make me be there? Jed was gonna be fucked off.
No.
No. Everyone, this late evening. Unless you've got a awesome reason, I would recommend you be here for this.
Okay, I mean, you know what Jed was planning to do for the next 3 days, so that's up to you.
Yeah. No, I would say for the moment, you.
Okay.
You'd be here.
So Vanya is, before she opens the door, because she's going to keep them locked, kind of like this whole, suspense waiting. She's going to round up Reza, Garrett, Jed, Cypher, and the staff of the Folly. And she's going to tell them to come downstairs. And once they're all there, she's going to let them know what's going on.
Reza's gonna be like, I was in the middle of postering a new chair. What do you want?
Just come downstairs. I need your opinion. I need your expertise. Just like everyone else. I value your opinion.
So, very quickly, Vanya. Bear in mind, the Folly doesn't have a stage. What would you like to do?
So she is going to take a few barrels.
Okay.
And is going to kind of put like 6 of them together to create kind of like a makeshift like upper area. Okay. And is going to take some boards to put across it. Okay.
So you got this rickety looking stage. In the center of the Folly. A few of the tables have been moved aside.
Did you put this together yourself, or are we helping?
No, she put this together herself, and you guys are gonna come down and see it, and nobody's in there yet. You guys have no idea what's going on yet.
Velko.
Marco pops his head around the corner as he makes his way from. Hey, Oh, what the fuck is this?
Has the word gone out that we're out of business or something? There's no customers in the bar.
No. Not as far as I'm aware of. Hey, where the fuck is
Vanya's
everyone?
Gonna interject.
Go
Fear
on.
not, Garrett. Fear not. Because greatness is upon you. Do you see?
I'll tell you
In
what I
front of
see.
you.
I see no customers.
But you are about to see customers whenever I open these doors. But let me tell you, is everybody else around? Does she
Get the
see?
doors open. Money.
Yes, everyone is still around.
All right.
Everyone is around.
So, I've got a brilliant idea. Okay, since I am a 5th owner in this bar, tavern, whatever we want to call it later, glamorous events place. Anyways, sorry, that name, I'm still working on it. But anyways, let's create more than just drunkards. Let's entertain. Let's change perspectives. Let's make this
Open the
place
doors.
lively. Garrett.
While she's rambling, you just hear Jed standing up and scraping the chair very loudly across the floor.
Reza's gonna take this moment to say, Jed, by the way, Dwen wants to see you. Also, Garrett, Dwen would also like to talk to you.
But
At
guys,
this point in the conversation, Jed has very dramatically and obviously grabbed 2 bottles of liquor off the shelves behind the bar. And when he hears that Dwayne wants to see him, he grabs a 3rd.
Cypher's behind the bar next to Julian, and he's like, "That'd be 6 copper, please."
Excuse me?
Vanya feels like she's herding cats at this point, and she's like, "Listen." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. That's listen. What we are going to do is we're gonna open those doors, Garrett. I promise you, and we're
Okay,
gonna
open
have
the
some
doors.
cells. Wait. Because we need entertainers. So here's what I need you guys to do. We're gonna audition people. I need you to tell me if they are good, if we need to keep them. But I have let everybody know that that is in line that if they are to come in and to wait their turn, that they must order and they must drink, and it is not free.
So all of our money is waiting outside.
Yeah. So she runs to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens it up and she says, "Opportunity awaits you."
And for some bizarre reason, probably the fact that there was a queue already, multiple people have joined the queue, and others who normally wouldn't visit the Folly have seen this queue, become somewhat interested in what everyone's waiting for, and also joined the queue. There is easily a full tavern's worth of people currently gathered in the courtyard outside of the Folly. More than you've ever seen before.
And she says,
Oh.
"Come, enjoy, sit down. I need the first 3. Get in
Go.
line over here by the stage. The rest of you,
Very
you may
quickly.
do as you please."
Go on, Garrett. Oop.
Falco, I think we might need a new men.
Yeah, fuck me, you're not wrong. I'll go and get him. And with that, Falco dashes off to grab the other guards. I'm running out of space.
Just fucking
It's gonna be a screen
Fill
of
it up,
pictures. Yeah.
Holy shit. Alright, so in fact, you know what, let's for the moment, while we don't need them, let's hide the ones we don't need. So with that, this huge influx of gaudy-looking personas, some appear to be clowns, jesters, minstrels, dancers, along with the usual drinkers, and again, people you've never seen before, somewhat intrigued by this large queue to enter a tavern, all pour in the bar, and immediately 3 people make their way first, push through the crowd towards Vanya in the stage. Go on, Vanya.
She spots the female in the group and says, "You! Come here."
This rather butch, rotund woman looks towards Vanya, emits this huge smile and nods, and walks towards her with, in both hands, appears to be some sort of box or crate that's covered by linen. And she steps up to Vanya, nods. "Oh, hello, how'd you do?"
Doing great. Now is
Good.
your time to shine. Let me tell you, by being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before.
The woman
So
nods.
go and present your skill to those in front of you.
So the rest of the tavern at this point have all, all of the tables and chairs are full. Everyone's took a seat. Those who don't have a seat are stood up around the edge of the room. And Cypher, are you still behind the bar? Are you helping out at this point?
Yeah, I'm helping up behind the
Yeah.
bar.
Lyella is running around like a blue-arsed fly, just delivering drinks to tables. Even Julian's, pointing towards things and asking you for help at times, Cypher, to grab bottles, because it just, it's a volume of people that they're all very much unused to. As this woman steps up in the centre of the Baron's Folly, stands on the rickety boards and goes, "Oh, hello. I am Mabel, and I work for the butcher's market. Yeah, and I am here today. Well, and she looks towards Vanya. I'm actually here for 2 reasons. 1, to entertain, and 2, looking for a job. I am." And she pulls the linen cover off of this crate she's holding, and inside you see roughly like 4 or 5 chickens stuffed in this cage. "I'm here to show you a cooking demonstration, as well as magic." Oh. So
Vanya looks at her and gives her 2 thumbs up and a smile.
Vanya,
Cypher sees the chickens and he's hissing at her.
I'm going to pass this over to you to explain what you all see with Mabel's act. Vanya?
Oh, to me? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you meant like everybody in the group.
No.
Okay.
I want you to explain on
right.
on what they see.
So, what they see is she's just a little bit nervous, but she's a little rough around the edges, She's just like, "This chicken right here," and she pulls it out holding it by the neck. It's a live chicken. Will magically become, and she sweeps it across and it's just squawking.
Shush! It's all. Oh God! You're madder than a wet hen.
And she slams it down because she's on her knees at this point because like the setup is not conducive to what she's working with because she doesn't have a table. She's just standing on this rickety stage. She slams it down and says, "Dinner." So she holds the chicken down onto the stage and pulls out a cleaver
Oh shit.
and looks up and says, "First, you must start with the chicken not moving because it makes it hard to do what you need to do next." She looks around for head nods.
Everyone's nodding. Yeah. It's, okay.
Jed is just looking confused and drinking.
I'll go use the restroom real quick.
Yeah. Let's. I have no idea what happened there. I think we're
I
back
think
up.
Twitch died, man.
Really?
I think Twitch died for a second. Yeah, I can't connect
Holy
to chat.
shit! All right, let's call a quick BRB while this sorts itself out. Cheers, Smith. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's. God knows what happened there. Yeah, be right back. 2 seconds while we figure out what's going on.
Twitch has been acting funny for me all day. It's been doing like frame by frame for you until I refresh, and then it clears up for a
Really?
little bit and does it again. Yeah, it's doing it right now.
That's weird, man. God knows.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
No, it's still doing it. Refresh it and fixing it.
Yeah, it's more seconds per frame rather than frames,
Frames per second. Yeah. Yeah, same for me. All right. Well, we'll nip to the loo. We'll call a quick pee break and
See if it fixes itself
see
while
if
we're
it
pissing.
fixes. Yeah. All right. Be right back.
It is still doing it for me.
Yeah, it's really jittery now.
It's not all at Twitch either. I checked another channel. Something's going on.
Is it working?
No.
Oh, I'm back. We're still derped.
It's still fucky.
Yeah.
You got I don't know what's your performance specs looking like on the stream PC. Is it
Really,
bogging
really
down?
good. Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's. I mean, give me 2 seconds for a speed check.
The chicken, it broke it.
It did. The chicken broke it. All right, just to sort of show chat. My end's a-okay. I'm getting full upload. Ye old internet speed, 900 meg download, 700 meg upload. It's all good my end.
It's definitely not network speed.
Definitely not network speed.
Oh, hey, I finally saw you drag the speed test window over.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it with
Yeah, I
special
just saw it
and
too.
Yeah, it'd be fucked.
I think Twitch is having a few issues. Probably UK servers, maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
All right, let me.
Yeah.
So go on.
I was gonna say because I'm opening others and they seem to be fine.
All right.
I'm gonna look for another UK stream.
Yeah. Sound's going through fine. All right. It's just the video. So, what I may do is just end stream briefly and relaunch it on a different on the American servers.
Yeah, it looks like it finally cleaned up, but it's probably a good idea anyway.
Yeah, I fully closed my browser and reopened it, and now you're looking okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a server issue as opposed to a you issue. Eh?
Yeah. Well, as I say, everything on my end is golden.
Yeah,
Fuck
smooth
knows.
flying.
All right, we'll carry on for now rather than end it. We'll, yeah. Are we all back?
Yep. I
And
think
here's
so.
one. God knows. Hey, cheers. I appreciate that, Mythic. I've been busy this week, by the way. I've not had a chance to respond. That's on me. To your DM. I apologise. All right. So, we will pick things up again as Mabel just decapitates this chicken on stage, covering the front row with viscera and blood as this chicken head goes flying. Vanya, do continue.
She looks across the crowd and says, "The next step." She's just kind of looking to like see their faces to see if they're excited.
They're
about the
horrified.
next step or not.
They're fucking
hold on.
horrified. They so go on.
Is this Mabel talking or Vanya talking?
Mabel.
This is Mabel talking.
Put some effort in. Go on, give us a bit of a voice, Vanya.
Oh, Christ.
Something a little bit like this. You know,
Damn
something
it,
with it.
Solution.
No, you can do it. Come on, something with a bit more. Oh,
Listen.
there we go. That'll
Fucking
do.
terrible at voices.
That's fine. No, it's good. That's good.
Listen, fear not with the blood that is on you right now. Our next step to make this into a magical dinner is to pluck the feathers off. Normally I would boil it to get the feathers off in water, but I have no. So I will pluck these off in front of you.
Rose is covering her ears.
Jed raises his hand. Vanya.
Yeah. Yes.
Excuse me, Mabel. I didn't mean to interrupt. Vanya.
That's all right. I
Is-
don't mind. I'm just going to start deplucking the chicken now, yeah?
Okay. Yep.
She's
Vanya,
just pulling his feathers. Go on.
Is this all this is? We're gonna watch her cook.
It's a demonstration. People like demonstrations. I mean, maybe
No.
it's not your thing.
No, people don't
No.
like demonstrations. They like beer.
Cypher's like, yeah, I should kill the fucking chicken.
See, we're casting a wide audience here. Cypher's for it. Let her continue her act because she's very nervous and we need to be supportive.
Jed now stops paying attention.
What the fuck is this? What? People start, causing a little bit of an uproar at the front, who are now covered in chicken guts. As Mabel's just pulling the feathers from the chicken.
No, 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 no. I will let you taste my chicken when it's done.
Boo! Boo! Shit! Fucking shit! I came here to drink, not get covered in gore!
She's holding up a bare chicken at this point. She's like, let me show you how to debone it. That's the key to taking it apart.
The continued boos begin to grow louder, and eventually she dejectedly leaves the stage.
She and I come up, or Vanya comes up and says, she takes it and she says, that was really great. I think we learned quite a bit. You know, I felt radiance like coming from you.
Yeah, I mean, that's not radiance, that's just more as the chicken's blood, you know, it's a... Did you know if you drink a pint of chicken's blood, it invigorates your, libido, huh?
Maybe, here, hand me the chicken. I'm gonna hand this to Frances. Why don't you go tell that to Reza, because she's been busy. She might be a little tired and need her libido lifted a little bit after all of that. So Vanya grabs the raw chicken and is gonna walk it over to Francis, and then head back to the stage to introduce the next individual.
Jed
I
raises
nearly
his hand.
peed. That was amazing.
What, the accent?
Yeah.
Yes. Jed raises his hand. Vanya, are you gonna clean up the chicken blood and guts before you bring the next entertainer on? You're just gonna leave it there for them to waller in?
Oh,
we can keep the feathers.
I didn't think about that. I mean, do we have time to clean it up? Cypher, grab.
You're running this goddamn show, Vanya. Shit, we're just here for your fucking entertainment, apparently.
Cypher, grab, if you want the feathers, grab the feathers. Reza, she said that blood gives some libido, so if you want to like lick that up.
No.
To save everyone face, Lyella's already made her way with a big cloth just wiped down the stage. She just takes this blooded cloth full of chicken blood back to the kitchen and just shaking her head all the while.
Jed looks over at Garrett. She needs a raise.
Yeah, she's a good one.
As soon as the stage is cleared, fuck's sake, another man, an oldish gentleman, steps up. Seems to be a little frantic. Let me just bring up. There we go.
He's a looker.
Wild hair, and he's got this leather satchel over his shoulder that he, slams down on the stage in front of him, looking around. Yes, hello, Marcellus, pleasure. Oh, quite the crowd tonight.
Vanya's gonna shake her head and say, "All right, everybody, our second act is I'm just gonna hand it over to Marcellus.
Thank you.
Hard act to follow, Marcellus."
Oh no, that was actually pretty easy. That was shit. So, hello, everyone, say hello to all. And with that, the old man leans down, opens the satchel, and pulls out what can only be described as a taxidermy chicken. And as he's doing this, he's looking over towards Mabel. I too worked for the Squawk Box with Flake. Yes, the Bird Bazaar. And Mabel, normally we do a double act, but Well, she wanted to go out on her own, so fuck her! Fuck you! And he just starts shooting fingers towards Mabel at the other side of the room. You want to do it yourself, do you? How do you like that? Fuck it, you're shit! Your act was shit! It was terrible! Anyway, meet Lord Clucker. And with that, he sticks his hand into this taxidermied carcass of a chicken, raises it up.
God.
Raises it up. And yeah, there's good day. And as he's he's not talking, his lips motionless. And this posh accent comes out from the bird, almost like basically ventriloquist. This dead chicken. I'm Lord Squawk. Nice to meet you all. Yes, this is Lord Squawk, yeah? He's quite Go on, say hello, everyone. Yeah.
I thought it was Lord Clucker.
The old man looks at himself. He turns the head of this taxidermied chicken towards him, and damn, Lord, fuck. Well, it's a better act than hers. So for the next few moments, he seems to. In fact, you know what, Vanya, roll me a performance check.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not pulling up. Oh, there it is.
Got it?
Got it.
Oh my god.
Gee, get fucked.
What?
I'm like really proficient in performance.
So, the crowd seems to enjoy this act, this ventriloquist act. What sort of things would he do, Vanya?
He's gonna jump off of the stage.
Oh, here
Because-
he is! Come on!
And
The chicken pulls him off stage. Let's just get that out there. He doesn't jump off stage.
Yeah.
The chicken pulls him off stage as if he's being led by it.
and it's going to his first the chicken's first person that it's drawn to is Cypher, because Cypher is like so expressive in his facial mannerisms towards what is going on stage.
So,
But the chicken is just in his face at this point.
so very quickly.
I have an OOC question.
Go on.
Is this chicken just a fucking stuffed chicken? Or is it articulated so that it moves? Like the wings flap, the neck go up and down?
It's kind of basically a empty husk of preserved chicken. So it's more like a chicken
It's just-
glove.
Yeah, okay. All right, got it.
It's
That's what I was checking.
Yeah, it's a chicken glove, and he's got his thumb and his forefinger in the beak just to lift the skull up so it talks. But otherwise, it just hangs loosely over his arm.
Okay.
Like a chicken glove, basically. And, it's like, he goes up to Cypher, and the chicken like, oh, hello there, young lad. How are you?
Cypher is unimpressed with his bullshit. Peers down his shirt and he goes, "No, I don't think it's funny either."
Go on, Vanya, over to you.
So the chicken can sense this and is going to go to each one of the voting members, because he can kind of sense like how they're setting that they are the decision makers.
Are you? Ah! He's just, like flipping the beak open in front of the in front of everyone. It's okay, I'll have too much fun with this.
First person that they're going to go to is, or the next person other than Cypher is Garrett.
As Marcellus goes up to Cypher, he goes, I'm totally sorry about this. It's the bird. And immediately the chicken just pops up on his, next to his shoulder. He's like, oh, look at you. Radiant. Beautiful. marvelous. Again, Marcellus's mouth doesn't move at all. It's just the chicken that's talking. His skill at being a ventriloquist is pretty damn good. Pretty convincing. What's your name?
Garrett. Mark's where he's reading, and he's partial. Looks up. I'm Garrett, and I'm far too busy.
So, with that, immediately the chicken glove, or the puppet, recoils as if shocked. And then, in the exact same tone and voice of Garrett, replies, "Oh, you're busy, are you? Oh, fine. I'll go elsewhere."
All right. Well, so the chicken next goes to Reza, but is going to take a strand of her hair that has fallen down on her cheek
Oh God.
and is going to take its beak and kind of ever so lightly take it and tuck it behind her ear.
Rez is gonna grab the arm of the old man who's manipulating this chicken and
It's
dig
not
her
me,
nails
it's-
into
Swear
it
to God,
until
it's
he
the-
starts
oh,
to
ow,
bleed.
ow, 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 ow. It's a chicken, I swear, it's not me, I'm so sorry. Oh. It just coils over.
Don't touch me.
I'll take him elsewhere, I'm sorry. Just, God. Damn. So tough crowd.
So, Marcellus is now going to kind of see that. Okay, let's take him over to the redheaded individual with the big bushy beard that has some crumbs in it, and is going to take the chicken, and the chicken is going to peck at the crumbs in the beard. Says, you saved those morsels for me. Or how was?
Come on.
Oh, you saved those morsels for me, huh?
Come on, let's try again. Something a little bit
No,
more
wait, hold on.
posh. Yes, if it's the chicken, he's a
Oh,
lord. He is a lord.
I
There we go.
love leftover morsels and a beard on a Saturday afternoon. Let me go ahead and partake in what you have left, sir.
Jed takes a big old drink. Looks over. Looks at Marcellus, not the chicken.
The old man just offers a weird sort of awkward smile. I'm terribly sorry, it's not me, it's the chicken, I swear.
Well, if he likes what's in my beard, you want me to show him what's in my pubes?
And the chicken says, if you have some leftover morsels in there, I wouldn't mind taking you to the back and partaking.
Okay, I was fine with entertaining you up until that point.
At
Fuck
that,
off.
Marcellus grabs his hand and begins to walk his way back to the stage. And as he gets back on the stage, he tears this chicken glove off his hand, throws it into the sack. Fucking stay there! God! God, why do you embarrass me like this?
Okay, Vanya. He's got talent, but he needs a new act.
So Vanya gets in front of the crowd and says, all right, we'll work on it. Marcellus, like Mabel, you guys kind of stay to the side. We'll talk. We'll let you know. Who's next?
Last but not least, this gentleman you saw earlier at the gates in the purple suit steps up with his instrument.
Thaddeus, I remember you. Yes, Thaddeus. She motions towards him, or motions him towards her.
He steps up. A big smile painted across his face. Oh, well, I'm so glad to be here. It's quite the crowd you've managed to assemble. One of the largest ever. Yes.
This is, and she's kind of whispering to him so that she's not facing the crowd, and says, "This is your moment. I always
Every
knew."
moment's my moment. It's what we're made for. What we're born for. Like the stars in the sky. Everyone shines so brightly, but I know I am no star. I am the sun. And you,
No,
you are not. You are like the moon. Allow me.
Well,
And immediately he sort of puts his face in, he puts his hand on Vanya's face, pushes her aside as he steps up onto the stage. Allow me to play you all a song. Shh, 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 shh.
and she goes, as the hands on her mouth, she goes, "Oh, aim for the moon, and if you miss, you may hit a star.
Shh. Silence, little moon, for eventually you shall turn to face away from the sun and be seen by no one. Whereas I, as the sun, will rise every morning, ladies and gentlemen. My song." And with that, he brings up his karimba. That is all. Thank you. Bows. Steps off the stage.
Vanya looks perplexed.
I will be back. Yes, be back.
Wait.
That's
we're gonna
art.
Need a little bit more.
No, it is art, beauty, and oh.
Is this how long your sessions are?
He's already walking towards the door at this point. Smug, this pleased expression on his face.
He
Don't
shot
worry.
his shot. He's done.
I will be back tomorrow night for more. The tavern falls quiet.
Vanya starts scratching her head.
The tavern falls quiet as Thaddeus steps out, closing the door behind him, and everyone just also turns to each other, looking with the same expression of what the fuck was that?
And she puts her hands up and she says, "Listen, art comes in many shapes and forms, entertainment, life-changing. Just, you've got to learn to leave the table when love's no longer being served." So,
You get the impression
who's
that well, you get the impression that he'll be back every night.
It sounds like he said that he will be back, so if you loved his music, he will be back every night. Rain
Wait,
or
what?
shine. I don't, Jet. She leans down and she whispers, "Jet, I have no idea.
Okay.
But if he's gonna do it for free, just for doing it, and people like it, let's just go with it."
I'm so confused.
Are we done
So-
yet? Do I have to keep sitting
no.
here?
Our last act. Do we have one more? Gus?
No sign at the moment. for tonight.
Oh,
I would say that's probably it for the moment.
all right. So, Vanya gets up on the stage and kind of kicks a chicken feather off to clear it off and says, that was a great start. Tomorrow night, if you guys would like to reconvene and line up for your acts, we will be seeing more auditions. You guys have brought us such great life-changing things.
No.
Well,
No.
I would say
No, listen to the crowd.
I would say that there would be a few more other acts that go through the evening, but none of them are memorable. You know, there's the occasional out of tune singer, another juggler who tries to juggle bottles but ends up, you know, dropping them on the ground and shattering them, causing Lyella to have to clean them up, and him being ejected from the club by Jed.
Yeah, because Jed gets smashed bottles on his own. He doesn't need help with that.
Yeah. So yeah, there are a few others, but the vast majority are either immemorable or just drunkards trying to get free booze or a free prize.
So Vanya at the end of it is gonna say, all right, well, I want to thank all of you for coming out and auditioning. I just want to leave you with a phrase to motivate you. Tell your friends that have skills, to come back. But what I want to say is don't look at your feet to see if you're doing it right. Just dance. And then once she's concluded that, she's going to take the group into the back to talk about...
And beat us to death, please.
to talk about the auditions and what they thought.
So, what I will say is, as it gets close to closing time, eventually Falco, Kruger, and George, Finn, and Errol ejects the last few drunkards from the folly. Julian makes note that you guys have actually made a fair whack in coin this evening, more than the usual nights at the folly, due to the sheer amount of people that came here for this clown show. And the general consensus is, whilst it was awful, the people who were on stage were dross, terrible, people actually enjoyed it. Just making fun of these awful acts on stage. So yeah, I would say you made easily 3 times, potentially even 4 times the the usual amount that the folly would on a usual, on a busy night. Which leads you all into the back room, which would be the kitchen. So you all find yourselves in the kitchen with Francis, who's stood over the stove as you all barge in. He looks over his shoulder, sees you all enter. Hello.
Hey, Francis. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want me to leave? You want me to stay?
I think you can stay.
I need... Vanya looks at him and says, I need a hard drink because it's been a bit of a rough night, and I want to be prepared for the opinions.
Hard drink. I can get you a glass of ice. That's hard drink.
No, something hard. I guess that would be hard. In
Rocks.
It's like liquor.
Oh. Julian. And with that, Francis just departs the kitchen. Comes back a few moments later with with a a bottle of Fulmar's Distillery whiskey, which is not the greatest, but it'll get you drunk. And he just thrusts it into Vanya's stomach. Good luck.
Can I get 5 glasses, because I feel like this needs to be shared and is a kind of a groundbreaking moment that we all need to share together.
Oh, I thought I was a fucking chef, not a fucking servant. Francis leaves the kitchen and comes back a few months later with the 5 small wooden cups and puts them in the on the cutting board in the centre of the kitchen. Right. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Francis. Now, Vanya.
And she's gonna fill all the glasses. And
Out of
sip
every
on hers.
room in this inn, why are we interrupting Francis in his kitchen?
I needed your honest opinions, and this felt cozy, and if you needed a snack or a drink or something like that to kind of create the mood for entertainment. I know how you all like your bellies filled and a little tickle on your nose from a drink or your tongue.
Yeah, okay. All those entertainers are bad. Let's be honest.
I mean, I really enjoyed the cooking demonstration because not everybody in that room knows how to cook, right? Like,
Not everybody in that room
I didn't
needs
know
to
how
know
to
how to cook.
debone a chicken.
We have a cook
Did
already.
you?
We've got Francis. I don't need to know how to debone a chicken.
But does everybody else have a cook?
Does anybody care?
Think of your audience. I mean,
The majority of our customers couldn't afford a chicken even if they wanted one.
how about how to debone a rat? We could get her to debone a rat.
No.
I mean, we can make it more kind of, what would you call it? Like
No.
what the audience is used to. How to
Drink
stew
it.
up roaches.
Reza just throws her hands up and looks at Garrett like, please help.
She could stew, like roach stew, like things that they're used to. Maybe chicken might be a little too high end because she's from the butcher's market,
Okay. Let me stop you here.
Dung
I've
meat.
been in many bars, in many places. And they have singers, musicians, comedians. Nobody wants to watch a chicken get his head cut off in a bar.
I did, however, like the part where the chicken died.
People paid for cockfighting, but not a woman chopping a chicken's head off with a cleaver.
Do we have a space for that?
I have a plan at some point in the future, but let's leave it with light entertainment.
Okay,
for the
so
time being.
so what we're saying is that Mabel is a no-go, or is there any kind of changes she can
No.
do to her act
Nope.
that we would be okay with?
No.
Like how to boil water.
No.
Okay, so Mabel is a no. All right. Let's go to Marcellus.
Which one was he?
Marcellus was a ventriloquist
Oh,
with
fuck
the
no.
chicken.
No, nothing chicken related for
No
entertainment.
more chickens!
He didn't kill the chicken in front of the crowd. Luckily, he didn't use the same chicken as Mabel. He had brought his own chicken. I'm trying to look at the upside here.
No.
Like,
He needs a new puppet.
I mean, but
Also, he's a bit of an
constant-
asshole.
The chicken touched me. No.
But he's constantly trying to do better. Like, I feel like other
Vanya?
than you guys, everybody
Shut up.
seemed to
It's
like...
a no.
But what if
Definitely
he
a
got
no.
a different...
No.
If it wasn't a chicken?
No. No.
No.
It's just a big... to the person, it's just a no.
Okay. Okay. So, Marcellus is off the table. Is what you guys are telling me. There's no modifications or changes that he can do.
No.
All right. Lastly, because I mean, I really feel like there's only 3 individuals that were kind of, what would you say, considerations out of all of them today. We've got Thaddeus, the 2-second finger harpist.
Now, him I liked. I liked him.
I don't get it.
Apparently, he's going to come back every day without contract or pay. So I feel like he's kind of our best option. I mean, with
No.
all honesty.
I like
We
how
need-
fancy he dressed.
We need somebody who's gonna play for more than 2 seconds.
I mean, but I feel like he might. If he senses, like, you know, everybody gets up and claps and does like encore, encore.
He's got to finish a song to get people to clap. Preferably something the unwashed masses can sing or hum along to.
Maybe we could mold him to kind of get him to play more.
Let's put it this way: if he comes back, he plays a whole song, or he gets.
Okay, well, we'll tell him when he comes back because he said that he was coming back. He's very
Oh no,
forceful.
Vanya. There's no we about this. This is your thing. You tell it.
Okay, well, when he comes back, I'll tell him that he plays an entire song. But we all liked Thaddeus. Am I getting a sense of Thaddeus with an entire song, finger harping?
I gotta be honest, I really don't care.
Did the crowd like the finger harpist?
No, they were confused by him. These are simple people that need simple entertainment.
But did that make them drink more because they were confused?
Yes.
So, okay,
But that's
Vanya,
a
I
win.
think having some sort of show going on is probably a good idea. We made a lot more money than we usually do with all that nonsense going on, right? But I don't think any of the folks you brought in so far have been it.
But let me tell you, okay, so I have more. They just couldn't make it today, right? So the next day, when I can get them to show up, we'll do more. I mean, sometimes you suck a lot of lemons before you get some sweet melons, right?
Oh wait, is this over yet? I don't even know what that analogy meant.
Like, they might be a little sour, and then you eventually get to sweet.
Wait, aren't they 2 different fruits?
Yeah, like, because maybe you run out of lemons and all you have left is cantaloupe.
You need more work on that one.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Because I'm just trying.
Yeah, that one doesn't.
It doesn't. No, that doesn't inspire any. All I'm saying is I've got more acts coming, and I just need you guys to keep an open mind. Let's forget about the fruit. I mean, which if you want fruit to eat while we're doing the acts to kind of get you in a better mood, I
Okay,
can definitely
here's
get
what I
Francis
suggest.
to.
Here's what I suggest. You can keep auditioning your entertainers, and Garrett's making the inverted commas with his fingers.
Double finger entertainers.
Yeah. And you can keep doing it as long as it's pulling the looky-loos in and they're drinking. The moment it stops making money, it's over.
I feel like that's fair enough.
I like it.
I'm happy.
I feel that's the fairest I can, because we made money today.
Yeah, we did. Except for Jed, who was 6 copper.
I mean, you know what, Garrett? That is the most positive way to look at it. We have made money today, and it's because of my entertainment.
And
Right?
luckily, we can plow this money into the business because that sneaky little dwarf left us with no.
Shit! Damn it, Smith! I was waiting to drop that on him. Fuck.
Oh, I already knew about that.
This is Lee we're talking about, Solution.
I mean, absolutely.
He's on it.
He is. Yep.
And through that, Garrett was looking at a list of things that need doing.
The list you had in the tavern. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh. Well played.
So, Francis, tomorrow, can I leave you in charge of getting more food stock if I give you some money?
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to give me some coin and I'll just go and just blow it all.
I'm going to give you a coin and you're going to get enough food to feed us all and do everything and have enough to sell, yeah.
No, all right.
I'm trusting you. You're the expert here, Francis.
No. Alright. I mean, I've got a few ideas that I want to try that Aspen wouldn't let me do, so are you good if I do an experiment?
Within reason. I don't want to be eating some weird, wonderful things that I can't identify. But
As long as it's edible.
And I know the food situation in Novostoya for us is not the greatest, so we'll make do with what we can.
A bat's alright.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like the crunchy parts.
Maybe as long as they don't look like bat. If you catch on my meaning. A meat stew, a meat pie, you know.
Yeah, it was like, like game pie. Yeah.
Game pie, yeah.
Chef special.
Hot pie of the day.
Francis just grins and nods. Alright, leave it with me, I'll make sure that we got more than enough things to feed everyone with, and it'll be,
Note to self: don't eat pie. Okay. And Julian, are you still there with Lila?
At this point, yeah, Julian's definitely still be there. You just hear a call out from the bar. Yes, I'm still here.
Coming out to you. Don't.
Very well.
Tomorrow, how are we looking on our beer and spirit reserves?
How are we looking? You funny fucker.
Sorry, your choice of words. Poor John.
He just waves a hand. I know, I'm only joking. From what I am aware of, it's a bit thin on the ground. I could probably do with. I mean, we got two options. One is we go to Falmars and we stock the usual, or we invest in a few barrels and bits ourselves and see about, concocting our own. It depends. Asmund was always one for the lazy way out. He just used to be, just throw some money at a problem until it disappears. But honestly, I believe with a bit of time, we will still need to buy from Falmar, but I think it'd be best if we at least made some sort of house brew.
Okay, for the short term, we'll get stuff from farmers. But looking forward, long term, we'll start investing in some of our own.
All right.
If you're okay with this.
Absolutely. I'll get Lyella and we'll see what we can do and leave it with us.
Okay, the profits from tonight, if we split it between yourself and I've forgotten his name.
Francis.
Francis. Split it between yourself and Francis, and we'll restock the
Fucking
folly
hell.
as far as we can.
I mean, after selling everything, if we're just going straight for the profits, then that'll easily see us through a month. But consider it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to spend money to make money. Point.
Francis offers. Julian offers a single nod.
Fantastic.
All right. So, with that, anything further you wish to add, Vanya?
She just kind of feels, like she did good. So she's got a little bit of a smile on her face, and it's like she's letting the entire group know next time will be way better.
Yeah, because we won't be there.
No, Jed. Like, I need you guys to be. We're all like a fifth owner in this, and we need to all accept whatever entertainment, because if not, if it clears the room, then I'm to blame. Like, I need all of you guys, right? Trust, we all trust, right?
Okay, I won't be there.
Then Jed will not get a fifth of the profits from the entertainment, right?
Sure.
Seems fair.
Okay. But Garrett, it seemed like, you were for it because we increased profits. I will continue to book individuals and solicit them.
But make it known they play for tip, not away.
Okay.
Oh, smart.
Yes, we can give them a jar.
Oh, all right. So, I dare say that leads us to the last person. Jed, what have you been doing in the downtime?
Well, apparently listening to Bad X. So I guess since I had to be there for that, after the auditions, Jed pretty much off his tits walks up to Garrett. Hey Garrett, where how do I find that beggar fella that you used for information gathering?
Last time I saw him, he was at the crossroads to that alley where the rat men were.
Oh, so pretty much where we found him, or
Pretty
where we
much
left him.
Where we left him.
Oh, okay.
It's got a little shelter there now, and I drop him some food every now and again just to keep touch.
Okay, all right. I got some business to take care of. I'm gonna go out for a bit.
Okay, mate. Be safe.
And Jed, drunkenly, walks out of the folly and goes to find the old beggar that they've used for information previously.
All right. So with this still only be the first day, not a problem at all. You make your way out into the alleys of lower streets and eventually come across the crossroad where you find Phil, the old beggar.
Is that what we named him? I was looking for his name earlier.
That's what you named him.
What we named him.
Yeah.
I knew it began with a P.
Yeah. Phil is this time sat, and he has the radiance of a fucking king. He's got this wooden crate that's had the front hinged with a stick that he can use to act as a almost like a lean-to. A few linen squares of cloth adorn the inside of this crate, and he's sat there cross-legged, a small bowl next to him with this beaming grin. And as you come towards him, Phil looks up towards you, Jed. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you. Oh, how you doing, Jed?
Hey, Phil. And Jed drops a couple of silver in his bowl.
Oh, thank you.
And squats down in front of him. But Jed's drunk off his ass. So when he squats, he kind of topples over a little bit and has to put his hand on the ground to catch himself. Hey, Phil.
Hello. What can I do for you today, hey? Hey, have you seen my new digs? Look at this. Look at this. I'm the king of the fucking beggars around here, mate. I've got a palace. I've got a palace. Would you like a tour?
Jed peers around Phil into the back of the crate, leans back straight upright, and looks at Phil and goes, "Absolutely.
Grand, innit? Yeah, it's fucking grand."
You gonna invite me in, Phil?
No, not space for you, sorry.
Oh, okay. So, Phil, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I know you've done some work for us in the past.
Yeah? So I got my new house.
Yeah, and Jed indicates the silver in his bowl. And I could use a little more information.
All right. I'm sure that the king of the streets would be more than happy to lend his aid to a mere peasant who asks for his aid.
Jed nods sagely. And Jed, being drunk and none too subtle anyway, looks at Phil and says, "Yeah, Phil, what I'm looking for is a big fucker. A little bit. I mean, he might be about my size. Anyway, he's probably missing a few teeth, looks a little roughed up. Yeah, his name is Rursk. I'm looking for a dude named Rursk, who's as big as I am."
Before Phil chimes in, I'm going to quickly just jump in and say, Marky Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Welcoming everyone. Sneak Attack, I appreciate it. And Pit 400 Arts, thank you. Welcoming everyone. Yeah, you've kind of caught us on... You've missed the chaos. That's probably the best way of putting it. And we're now sneaking through a dark, grim setting. But to basically carry on, at the moment, Jed, as you lean down to Phil and explain these, the beggar just slowly nods. Alright, you're looking for a man called Rursk. Big lad. Not as big as you though, eh?
No, I'm obviously bigger, but close.
All right, so do you know anything else? Like, where's he? Who's he round with? What sort of business is he in? Any sort of?
So
Hey,
Jed leans real close to Phil,
Okay.
and Phil stinks.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yeah. So Jed's kind of wrinkling his nose up as he gets right by his ear, and he goes, "I'm looking for the gutter rats."
Phil strokes his beard. Not so much strokes it, but runs a dirtied hand through the scruff there. Are you sure that you really want to be looking for them? That's well, you've put silver in my bowl, so sadly that's alright. Fucking those bastards, eh?
Jed reaches into his pouch, pulls out another 2 silver, and drops that in Phil's bowl.
Alright.
And looks at him and says, "Hazard pay."
Oh, your tribute to the king of the streets has been noted and appreciated. Well, in that case, then, sure, I will. What is it you need to know? Just where he is, what they're doing?
I primarily want to know where they're at. Listen, Phil, if I don't look for them, they're going to look for me. So I need to find them first.
Alright. Well, I can tell you for what you've already deposited into my tribute bowl that I know that there's a few rumours, a few little tinkles that have reached my ear, and they're active or working, should I say, from down south. Yeah, they've managed to get a bit of a foothold in the Narrows, over the river. And on top of that, they seem that they've got some sort of trade in Malmstown, right? So I don't know exactly what. I'll go and find out for you, though. But I do know that they're using Malmstown, heading north into the sort of Piker district, and then ferrying whatever it is they ferry across towards the Narrows. But give me a few days, Jed. Give me a few days, and I will find out everything that you need to know, yeah?
No, I appreciate it, Phil. You hadn't let us down yet. You know where to find us. We're over at the Folly.
Oh,
In fact, we're owning the Folly now.
Aye, so I've heard. Word spreads quickly across the streets, and a certain blue tiefling, well, I believe that she's breathing no more, yeah?
She is nowhere to be seen.
Well, I dare say that should you ever wish to open a sort of hospice or a place for my brethren, my subjects, should I say, to rest, I dare say
Cousin.
that those are the streets would be, well, certainly indebted to you, don't you think?
That's a good idea, Phil. I will definitely run that idea around.
Yeah, you do that, and in the meantime, I'll have a little sneak around. I dare say it's going to take me a couple of days. Yeah, 2 days. As about, rather than me come to the Folly, because let's be honest, someone like me knocking on the door to an establishment like that is certainly going to bring a bit of attention, yeah? And I don't want none of that, so I will remain here in my castle. And he taps the wooden crate that he sat in. I'll remain here in my castle, and when you've got yourself a minute or two free, I bet you come over and become and bask in my presence, eh? And I will relay upon you, my loyal subjects, what I have found.
I don't mind presenting myself to King Phil. I'll see you in a few days, Phil.
All right. Hey, before you go, I found. Do you want to? And he reaches down and takes this rather stained, dirty bottle from his side. Do you want a swig of this before you go? That'll knock your socks off.
Jed's never one to turn down drink. And he doesn't generally care how fucking lowbrow it is. So yes, Jed will take a drink.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I fucking knew that was coming. Oh shit! I gotta pull my shit back up.
It'll certainly put hairs on your chest. This will. Let yourself a good swig.
I don't have my character anywhere.
What are you on at the minute?
Click on the story. You should be able to do it there.
Yeah, I didn't have it. Okay, I'll try. No.
Can you toggle the cross swords on and off?
I don't have the cross swords. That's the problem.
Can you what?
Let me refresh.
Yeah, have a quick refresh. Oh yeah. So again, Marky Gaming, thank you very much for the raid, and yeah, welcome into our little crazy corner of Twitch.
There we go.
You sorted?
Yeah. What did you want?
A Constitution saving throw. So as you begin to swig down this from this bottle. As you take a big gulp, you immediately feel your throat burn as if you've just inhaled and swallowed liquid lava. But at the last minute, you manage to just bite back the urge to cough. As Phil goes, that is the sort of stuff they put down the sewers to kill the rat fucks. Well, fuck me, does it fuck you up? It's good shit, eh?
Jed's got a grimace on his face. Like, he drinks all kinds of swill. But this might be a bridge too far for him. Anyway, he's got this grimace on his face, and he doesn't want to insult Phil, so he hands the bottle back and says, "Thank you, Phil. That was..." And you can hear the roughness in his voice. That's a mighty stout drink right there.
Oh yeah, as I say, put theirs on your chest, or if nothing else, it'll kill him off. But, well, and with that, Phil pulls the wooden stick holding the top of the crate open and close it down. And with a padlock that looks oddly familiar, as if acquired from Dwen's shop, he bolts his crate together, taps it once. There we go. The keys to the castle are in my possession. Tucks the key into his shirt and nods. In that case, then I am going to depart on my loyal quest for my subject. I will see you in 2 days.
Appreciate it, Phil. I will see you in 2 days.
Scoops the coin out of the wooden bowl, tucks it into a small pouch at his belt, and begins to drunkenly swagger down the streets.
Jed puts his hand on the wall and leans over and kind of... He feels like maybe it's going to come back up on him. But he manages to swallow and choke it back down. And then I would say Jed would probably just go back to the Folly. Like, he's got his feelers out, and there's more booze back at the Folly.
There is. Booze, not rat poison.
Yes, real booze.
All right. So before we sort of go back into the ending part of this, is there anything anyone else wishes to bring up that you're going to be doing in the next 2 days of downtime or so? Or anything that you feel that you've missed that may have sparked
I
in?
didn't pop and see Dwen.
Well, Dwen will actually make an appearance at the Folly. And this will be on the 3rd day of your downtime.
I could do see her before that.
All right, in that case then, absolutely. If you want to see her before, that's fine. So yeah, in that case then, on the 2nd day, Garrett, you make your journey across lower streets, heading towards the wooden spike. Oh, Deez goes AFK. Callie comes back. Welcome back. We're just basically saying, Kelly, in this sort of, if there's any sort of other miscellaneous tasks that you want to bring to my attention before the end of the long rest, now's the time. So Garrett's just heading towards the wooden spike, Dwen's shop. Garrett, as you step in, you see Dwen behind one of her workbenches, just cutting through several large beams of wood. And with that, she looks up at the sound of the door opening. Ah. Teresa sent you?
I got a message you were looking for me.
Hey, that was. Well, be idea. And she points towards the back end of the shop to a small stove. Start brewing, and we'll have a nice little chat, eh?
Indeed. Your usual herby tea?
No, I've been working fucking hard for a res or so. No, I need something with a bit of kick to it. Hey, a bit of kick.
I get. So Garrett brews the standard tea, but as he's finishing it off, pulls a half full bottle out from underneath the counter and puts a generous slug in. And then looks at it and gives it another half slug as well.
So you hear the sound of wood clattering against the floor as Dwen nods, wiping her brow with a rag. She makes her way over, collapses in the chair behind the counter, takes her mug, has a bit of a swig. Oh, perfect. So, big news. I hear that you have got, well, all of you have been handed the folly. Huh?
So it seems, trying to get to our feet, you know. It's a change of pace for us.
It is, and congratulations. But, not to jump the crossbow or anything, but Asmund's not paid me.
Of course he hasn't. He also didn't think to buy any stock for the last week.
Dwen just grins.
Bastard.
That old dwarf, he certainly knows how to fuck us all over, right?
Certainly does. But I gave you my word. And Garrett produces the gold sovereign from me
Oh, shit.
and starts
Dwen's-
flicking it across his fingers, rolling it from finger to finger to finger.
Dwen's eyes go wide at the sight of a full gold coin, and she swallows. That would more than pay for services.
Yeah. I do need something else, mate. We
course you do.
started doing entertainment at the Folly.
Dwen nods.
And some form of collapsible stage that we could put away when we don't need.
Collapsible stage. Well, what about something similar to what we made for the other, like a crate? You can break open. It's a crate normally, but then we stick some hinges on it and it break out into a flat area. Stick some barrels or boxes under it, and jobs are good.
Mm-hmm. Something a bit better than the piece of wood that Vanya put on a barrel.
Wait, what? In fact, you know something? I don't want to know. I'll pass. No, I'll pass.
You do not. Oh, so you're doing some work for Reza?
Yeah. She's something about a new room. She's wanting to get it all decorated and set out to how she likes. So I'm obviously doing the woodwork for her.
I see.
Dwen motions around the room, and there's various pieces of furniture in a multitude states of repair and construction.
Just out of interest, What? The bill for the Nolja.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it come to just me on my own and not the group as a whole? What a folly.
'Cause- well, I dare say because I know that you're the one who will pay. You pass it to the folly, and who knows? You know, it could get if it gets handed to that oaf behind the bloody fire stoves. What's his name? Frankie. He can't read. No, I need to make sure that it's sent to someone A, that I know, and B, that I know will pay me. Huh?
The folly's under new management. We're not Asmund.
I know, so don't worry. It's but let me know what you need, and well, seeing that you're not exactly shy or poor, the coin, and she motions towards the gold coin in Gary's hand. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, and with you as the new management, I hope that our business arrangement will continue and be profitable for both of us. Yes.
In the future, I may have some bigger jobs if you're up.
Always. You name it, I'll build it.
Well, I got this coin from a warden of assisting with a creature, and it was easily gained, and I'll give it to you for now, for payment for the Nulljack, the stage, and whatever's left over, we'll just put it to something in the future.
All right, consider it done. Whatever you need. I mean, this more than sufficient. Yes. She extends a hand. Oh, so go on.
Also, Reza really likes bright colours. So if you've got any of that sign paint, just put a bit on her woodwork. She'll love it.
Dren just grins mischievously and nods. Of course she does. All right, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do.
Stop by for a drink, one thing.
I will. And, well, with that, let's just say that I'll cover the cost of Reza's furniture as well, or whatever else she needs. In fact, you'll give me a full sovereign then. Anything else you need from the house. But in return, at some point, if I need something, then you will be my first port of call, if you catch my drift.
As always, we are here to serve, as well as protect.
Yeah.
Nothing will change in that.
The half-orc woman just nods in response to Garrett's comment and offers a hand out.
And Garrett takes it. But forearm to forearm, warrior style.
Yep. Dwen respectfully nods once more. All right, well, in that case, I wish you the best of luck with your new business endeavor, and I will see you... actually, I will be around late tomorrow to start delivering some of this. She motions around the store to the various pieces of furniture. Some of this.
Fantastic. We'll see you then. We'll have a drink when you finish.
Are you muted?
Of course I am.
He's definitely muted.
Of course I
Yep,
am.
There you go.
Let me rephrase that. So you depart the wooden spike with the sound of hammering and sawing in the background back onto the streets of Market Row. Anything further anyone wishes to bring forth?
No, other than maybe an intro to the new guards.
All right. Not a bad shout. With the second day, third day at this point, you would have all managed to at least bump into or have a brief chat with George, Errol, and Finn, the new guards that Garrett brought in. Is there any? How do you all want to do this? If you want to.
How big are they?
So, George is roughly, I would say, George being the slightly leaner gentleman on the left. He's had the size of his head shaved. Stop double clicking shit. God damn it! I need to turn that off. Stop clicking shit, please. Thank you.
Oh shit! I'm doing that to you.
Yeah, I've
my bad. My bad.
It's all good. I've not had a chance to sort their thing out yet because it's all balked since the update. But in a nutshell, George, the one on the left, is roughly around about 5'3", 5'4". Whilst lean, his body is incredibly chiseled. He doesn't seem to carry any weapons apart from the usual dagger at his waist that most people from Novostoya wear just as a sidearm, or again as a eating implement. But his knuckles and fists are incredibly calloused, giving the impression that he is somewhat of a bare knuckle fighter, a bit of a boxer. Finn, the chap in the middle, slightly older gentleman, probably pushing 60, early 60s. His hair's quite grey. The wrinkles on his face show that not only has he had a rough life, he's certainly seen some shit. And the armour that he wears is, for those of you who have been in Novostoya for a long time, it would look to be the armour of Novostoya before the Great Fall, before the calamity of the aristocracy being taken over by the Crimson Court. And through the odd conversation, it seems that, yes, he was once in his youth a member of the Wardens, or at least, of the Novostoyan military. But when the fall came and the Crimson Court took over, he jacked it in and went on the run. His weapon of choice, shield and spear, as well as a short sword that's held in an old scabbard at his waist. And he's a little bit taller than George, probably around about 5'6", 5'8", and is, again, pretty well built. And last but not least, you've got the man by the name of Errol, an incredibly intimidating presence, a man of very few words, who talks more with his eyes than anything else. Doesn't say a great deal about himself. In fact, do we know where he comes from, Garrett?
He hasn't given that information yet.
Yeah, so we're not entirely certain. And he is, again, with him being a man of few words, hasn't said a great deal. But through chatting with the gentleman and with Garrett, you are all made aware that they all were merchant guards or caravan guards who have recently become unemployed to now be re-employed by Garrett. So that's the brief sort of run down. If there's any sort of specific questions you would like to ask them, by all means, go for it.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just be safer. I'll just be awkward and stare at them and be like, smile and just be weird.
Oh, wait, it's smiling at me for you. Have I got something on my face? Hey? No?
We got a
George.
nose.
Of course I got a nose. I mean, it's a bit bent in places. Hey, if you've had it smashed a few times. Hey. Hey, you got a nose, look. And George will walk up to Cypher and just poke his nose. Hey, you got a nose, look. Hey, look at that. You got a nose too.
Reza's going to look to Garrett and ask him, do they know about my peculiarities?
I've not given them a rundown of who's who yet. Just got them here with a job.
Fair enough. And she kind of looks them over and just says, whatever you see here stays here, gentlemen.
Errol turns to look at Reza and slowly nods. That's what we paid for. That's what we do.
Excellent. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Yeah. Slightly smaller George just turns in and looks. It's quite rare to find such a nice place to have a bit of a kip and a lie down, good food, good beer, and from what Garrett over there said, good pay. So I don't want to rock the boat. Last thing I want to do is be out on the street. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever goes on here stays here, and what you lot say, as the bosses, gaffers, top wigs, yeah, goes. So you just point, and I dare say I speak for the rest of us, but you point, we follow. I get the odd day off to go and hire myself out, so hey, job's a good one.
Vanya is gonna who are you? Who's working the door on the outside? And she looks at Garrett and then looks at them like, raise your hand.
Finn nods. And if I may ask, what exactly is needed for the front door? Is it just throw people out, or what's that weird looking shelf with bottles? Eh?
Oh, okay. So I have so much that I have to walk you through. But in a
12
nutshell,
hours later.
in a nutshell, I mean, you can keep a secret, right?
That's what you pay us for, so yeah. That's,
Okay. So there's different tiers of liquor out there, okay? Alcohol, dream making, vision juice, whatever you want to call it.
Water.
That's kind of negative, Cypher. I like to think
Well, that's
unicorn
what Jed
sprinkles.
calls it.
Anyways, it's all the same, but we tell our patrons that are coming in that like the top shelf is the high dollar.
all right, so let me let me get this straight. That is basically all of the shit that you can't sell, just rebottled, and we flog it for a bit of profit, yeah?
Yes, but we use magical words like unicorn unicorn
Finn
dust juice.
Finn slaps George on the back. All right, this one's for you. You are a little bit more vocal. So, congrats, front doorman and salesperson of Miss Vanya's goods of
Unicorn piss.
Unicorn excrement.
George just grins.
We're working on them.
No, don't worry about it. I can sell fucking, water to to someone who's drowning, so it's all good. Leave it to me. In fact, let's go have a chat. Show me what you've got. And with that, George will grab Vanya by the shoulder and escort her towards the door, seeming in pretty high spirits to learn about this dodgy dealings you've got out on the front door of the Folly.
She's gonna walk with him.
Um,
Also, she's gonna tell him. It's like another thing is I have various things happening from entertainers for the bar. My what do you call it? Positivity program.
Oh, you do a positivity program? Well, I'll be early for signing on that.
Oh yeah, like I can totally. Let's start on your duties at the Folly, but we can totally talk about you getting into the program.
Oh,
But
I'm
the
positive that I'll
first
fucking do
thing-
it.
Well, sweet. Okay, James will be by to talk to you. I will let him know that you want to add to be a part of the program, but you're gonna have all these individuals coming up asking about the word of the day. There's just a plethora of things that are happening, and I need you to understand the schedule, when they need to come back, who they need to talk to, what clientele will like the high shelf.
I'm going to interject and say that this conversation goes on for quite a while.
No shit.
And George listens wholeheartedly with full intent and focus to every single word Vanya says, nodding at each, completely understanding everything. And, is genuinely enthusiastic about selling these dodgy bottles of...
Oh no. She has a disciple!
So after the conversation, Vanya's gonna come into the bar or into the tavern and tell Garrett, Jed, Cypher, and Reza and says, we should implement Employee of the Month. Because I think George is just talking to him, I think he's gonna shine.
So, with that, we're kind of at an awkward time. I don't really want to start on the next big thing. And the response for Jed kind of ticks those boxes.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, we're about to hit the 4-hour mark.
Yeah, so what I will say is, a little bit more of a sort of a closing to the downtime. Is there anything anyone wishes to do, purchase? Anyone they want to go visit?
No, I'm gonna make Dwayne come to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll close out with that. That's not a problem.
Oh dear.
If that's the case, then we will say that on the third day, late on the evening, later on in the evening, Dwen would return, or should I say, arrive at the Baron's Folly. She turns up outside, woman handling this large cart on her own with bits of furniture creates another other creations stacked high. And as she gets outside the main door to the folly, she drops the cart to the ground and exhales. In fact, I'm just trying to grab her picture while I'm trying to think of words. Multitasking, I am terrible at. All right. So with that, Dwayne drops the cart to the ground, raps on the door. In fact, she wouldn't even need to rap on the door. She'd just walk in. It's later on in the evening. The folly would be open. Francis, as well as Julian, would have acquired more than enough food and drink to last the month. Granted, some of the items that Francis brought back at first glance are somewhat questionable. There's a large amount of rodents, bats, the odd crow, something that can only be described as a two-headed hare, and
Oh, God.
yeah, it's and other cuts of meat that are questionable.
Not Stoya, baby.
Hold on. What? Questionable because of what they are, or
Yes.
questionable because of how rotten they are, or how fresh?
No. They're definitely fresh.
Okay.
It's definitely fresh meat, but it's not. The shape of the legs aren't what you'd expect from a cow or a sheep.
Sure.
Lower streets, baby.
And again, the vegetables. He managed to acquire a few of the more posh variety, the occasional pepper, a few carrots, some potatoes, but the vast majority of the vegetables are mostly things like turnips and other root vegetables that are lacking in flavour.
Lots of potatoes.
Even potatoes are, potatoes grow pretty well. So yeah, I would dare say there is a lot of potatoes, a lot of parsnips, a lot of turnips.
Probably quite fungus heavy.
Some would certainly have a acquired taste, yes, and sprouting.
Mm.
But and again, same with the in regards to Julian grabbing all of the liquor restock. As you all know, Falmar's brewery is not the greatest, but it's drinkable. So with that, Dwayne would walk in on the night where there's another round of entertainers going on, and again another night of mostly failed entertainers who were booed off stage. But
Can I retcon that I also bought 20 arrows from her? I meant to do that and I didn't put it on my list and I forgot.
Yes, because you only had 2 arrows left, if I remember rightly.
Yes!
Yeah, that's
Damn,
fine.
getting awful dry there, the old quiver.
Yes, that's fine. I'll throw another 20 in. I noticed that last week. I'm like, no, will she notice?
Oh, I know
Raymond,
this.
fear not. The entertainers, as much as I hate to say it, for my own sanity, will be a recurring thing. Fear not.
God.
Yes. There are more planned.
All right, Solution's gonna buy himself a kazoo.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You damn right, it's a great idea.
I am gonna go on Amazon and start looking up for some meme instruments. Jump
Tambourine.
this abs. All right, DM me these things. Just shit music instruments.
Hit music instruments.
Shit
Okay, I will Google
music
that.
instruments. Go and Amazon, and I will embarrass myself even more by buying some awful music instruments that I have no skill or talent to play.
I love it. I want hot cross buns on a recorder.
I mean, I am not musically gifted in the slightest, so sure, why not? All right. So with that, Dwen will step into the folly, which is again pretty busy. The word of the folly hosting what can only be described as the Rejects Talent Emporium has got round. I'd fucking love to be able to play hurdy-gurdy. But so yeah, Dwen will make way to the bar and sit down. Look for Garrett. Or Reza.
I think Reza would be in the top room, just kind of like chilling in a corner.
Garrett?
He'd probably be sitting in the table that would have been used by Asma,
Yeah.
working his way through the paper.
Do you mind just nudging your volume up just a bit, mate? You're breaking up towards the
Yeah.
Thank you very much, better. So yeah, Dwen will easily see Garrett here, as promised. Have you seen Reza anywhere?
She was kicking around a while ago.
If you see her, tell her there is a cart of all of the things that she requested just out of the front door. You've got some shirtless man out there hawking some sort of miracle drink.
That'd be George.
Yes, something about pumping iron and bedposts. I'm not quite certain, but he's got quite the crowd.
He's very enthusiastic.
Yeah. So yeah, basically just said that look after the goods because they're for Reza, and he was like, "Aye, all right, that's fine," or something along those lines.
That sounded awfully like him, you know.
What can I say? It's a talent.
let me go and get Reza for you. Reza.
What do you want? Oh, hi, boss. Yes, what? Hi. She comes from like a very dark corner booth, like tucked under the stairs or something. She's just been like trying to hide and nap while they're open.
Dwen looks over Reza. You're looking a little pale. Are you feeling well?
I'm perfectly fine. Don't you worry about me. Do you have my shit?
Well, your shit is in a wagon outside. Obviously, with the place being open, I didn't really want to start hauling it all in. So, Garrett said George is looking after it.
Lovely. Okay, I guess I need to go interact with George then.
Yes, good luck. He's and Dwen looks to Garrett, enthusiastic. Yes.
It's a good word for it, Gwen.
Garrett just gives him a big thumbs up from the other side of the room.
He returns the gesture, but with a different finger.
See, I would say for the first time in a long time, Dwen would actually stay in the Baron's Folly, share a few drinks with everyone who's there at least. Reza, you would get all of your items, and as to which I would imagine Finn and Errol would help bring them upstairs.
Yeah, she has them bring them up the back way, and put them in her room in the hallway
Sure.
right outside the room so she can arrange shit.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll worry about the aftermath of all that later.
You don't want to hear her reaction to the colors?
No, I want to wait
Okay.
because I'm going to DM you some
Alrighty.
details.
Okay, beautiful. I love it. Bring it.
Yes, there is. There's going to be a few things that are going to be. I think you'll enjoy.
Nice.
So with that, with it being a pretty, again, a very RP heavy session, but it was a downtime episode. Any closing items anyone wishes to bring to my attention?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
In that case, then, bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
And yeah. Oh, go on.
Solution.
Yes.
If you're looking for somebody to raid, apparently it's Scovs' affiliate anniversary or something.
Is it?
Stream anniversary. Yep.
In that case, then, we shall go over there. Thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. All right, I'm going to mute you lot up.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, all right, everyone. Thank you very much for chiming in. A little bit of a downtime episode today, just to try and tie in all of the behind the scenes stuff with a long rest. But I hope you enjoyed it. It was certainly memes. We won't be streaming next Sunday. So yeah, we will be giving Pariahs a miss next Sunday. Cough Diablo 4 cough. Oh, excuse me. But we'll be picking it up the week after. Anyway, with that, we will head over to the end scene. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed it. Deez, thank you for the 50-month Tier 3 resub. Mythic JJ, thank you for the 23-month resub. I appreciate that. Marquee Gaming, thank you for the raid and for all the raiders who came in there. I appreciate it. And with that, we will see you all in 2 weeks' time for episode 15 of Pariahs. In the meantime, let's go raid the Bone Caller for his stream anniversary. I appreciate you all. I love you all. We'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now. Mwah. Have a dapper day, Ravon. I will. You too.